because Blue Square weren't a thing until them lot.
Like I grew up with him,
Yeah.
Skating changed his life.
Literally changed his life.
A lot of them was like, raw, like you lot came in and just created a storm, like.
Yeah.
Skate mates chopping it up. Skate mates chopping it up. Skate mates chopping it up. Rolling to the London scene.
I forgot the intro.
Just skip it. It's
Wait.
fine.
I can't remember. I'm gonna add it in later. Hey guys, welcome to Skate Mates Choppin It Up. This is a podcast talking about all things London roller skate scene related, past, present, and future, with the aim to archive the scene as far back as we can possibly go. My name is Tori.
I'm Rodney.
And we are
Shrinner.
and we are here with some, I don't even know what to call you guys, some like trendsetters, like general skating dons from
We're
back
just
in
human
the
beings.
days.
We're just,
Pillars of the skating community.
yeah, we're just respected members, you know.
Bricklayers.
Team bricklayers.
Yeah.
I think
Unsung heroes, that's what we are.
Unsung
heroes.
Yeah,
I like that
some
one.
people that I guess some of you watching may not know, but definitely pave makers of like the skate scene. The skate scene basically wouldn't be what it was without these two individuals, as well as a team that they represent, which is SSE, which is also the team I'm on as well. But
That's it. Foundation.
anyways, do you guys want to like, I don't know, say who you are, say, you know, introduce yourselves?
All right, so Dee, boys, a lot of people know me as SK8 Dee, or my current name, Come Down with Dee. As a chef in it. But anyway, yeah. Obviously, we skate scene from 14, 15, 16 years ago now. It's been a minute since I've been out here, to be honest, but yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. But Ty, still kind of into it. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm. Everyone knows me as Smerff. Obviously, if you know me proper personally, then you know me as Ty. But skating since, what's the thing on there now? 1995. You check my skate mates top. You get me?
Come on. Certified.
Yeah, I've been skating since I was in school, man. Primary school. They got Auntie Donna. But yeah, man. Me and Twin, like you'll hear me calling him Twin. I won't call him D. It's my cousin. But we are 2 of 4, 5 of the originators of SSE, Supreme Skaters Elite. And yeah, like we created something that caused a storm in the skate scene.
What is SSE? Just so people that don't know what SSE is.
So SSE, which stands for Supreme Skaters Elite, was a collective of friends, family, of skaters that did an event as well as created a movement in the scene.
It was organic as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Like,
very, very organic. Very,
it
very
was the
organic.
days where we had BlackBerry Messenger.
Yeah, BB.
Facebook was the lead.
Yeah.
It was literally a message on the day.
Yeah.
If you got skates, come
down.
it was Sainsbury's car park.
Yeah.
I remember, like, you know, come down.
Facebook events. Remember, you had to
Facebook
make the
events,
Facebook
yeah,
event and invite
events.
everybody.
Invites. Oh my gosh, yeah. It went from nothing to something so drastically, and I think I was quite amazed with the movement itself, because I only just got into skating. I was still learning, you know. I just got my first set of Supreme, so I was very, very new into the scene, and it blew up big time. And I think it's what we needed, isn't it, as a scene? Like, and I think it's underrated what the skate scene does for the ends. Like, if I'm being honest, like, it really takes people away from any form of violence, like, and it gives them a place to kind of like learn new things, get together as a people, like as a community. 'Cause that's what it is. I think skating for me has always been a community. Like, I've really appreciated it because I've met a lot of new people from it.
Yeah.
And I think with what SSE was, obviously Tori was part of it, and it was the way we set up the collective. Like, literally, if we considered you to be part of SSE, one of the main things we did is say, right, what do you want to do in life? Like, that's where it became a family, and it was like, what do you want to do in life? How can we help you? So it wasn't just about skating.
It was a part-time movement, was it?
It was like, what are you doing as your side hustle? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with life? What are you interested in? And that's for everyone that was a part of the crew. It was about what we could do for you, and what links everybody had to who you could just put in contact with someone to talk to, or put them onto something, and like I would say most of the people in the team benefited from that and went on to
100%.
do something a lot bigger, and just by even us just saying, I think you need to talk to this person, I'm going to introduce you, or I'm going to put you onto this or whatever. Like we proper created a little family. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick, man.
It was actually incredible because I think that's how like we like obviously I knew of Ty, just from like, you know, like family or like, you know, like Tisha and that, like, but I didn't like know you. And then I remember like seeing this was early days. So from you guys have gone from Saver Centre, you're now in Renaissance Room in Vauxhall. Early days. I don't know if you've been there for like longer than a couple of months. And then I remember someone saying, I don't even know who it was that told me.
it was Lichmore. It was Aaron.
Aaron!
It was Aaron.
He was like, you should hold like these guys. I was like,
Aaron hollered at me to tell me to hold at
Hold
you
you,
to get
yeah.
the custom skates.
Custom skates.
And then he was like, I'm going to introduce you.
Yeah.
And we was both like, I know you. Who you talking
Yeah, I
about?
was like, I actually know you. Like, yeah, it was crazy. And I remember you and
We from High Five.
you and from High Five.
Yeah, my High Five.
Yeah. Literally. So then we you came to my studio. I had a studio in Deptford. You and Kay came down, we had a conversation. He's like, what do you want to do? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do I want to do? What do you mean? Like, what do you want? I was like, well, I'm a creative. And he's like, okay, cool. Like, you could be the skate customizer for the team. I was like, okay. Like, it didn't make sense to me because I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just going to come on the team and do what I do. He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Do you know what I mean? And then we had meetings, or what was it, like every week or every other week, every month or something like that?
Yeah.
We had meetings, and yeah, it was like, it was sick because it literally was like, wherever your skill that you brought that skill, as well as we did like all this other stuff, as like tickets on the door, all that kind of stuff, marshalling, whatever. We had all of that, but like the extra bits, if it could fit into skating, then it fit. If not, then we did it anyway, like outside of it. So it was actually sick, and that's literally what I was known as, the skate customizer. I actually had skate customizer on the back of my t-shirt.
Oh yeah, for real.
Like that's what I had, and my number
yeah.
and my Facebook and everything. That's what it was like. So it was like skate customizer goes to Tori. And it was literally, I remember that there was a point when like literally every skate customized was done by me. It was wild, like to think that link was just like, do you know what I mean? It was literally crazy.
You got to think as well, like even down to VT skates.
Yes.
Like that was their early days as well.
Their early days, yeah.
And then we was just like, all right, let's promote you lot.
Yeah.
And I think I done their flyer. I designed their flyer for them.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
And it was like, right, we're gonna push you lot through the events that we're doing. We're gonna push what you lot are doing and get you lot business, and we don't want nothing from it. It's just about the
it's just
community.
connect.
And that's the point, importance of the community. Like, I
Yeah.
think if we brought as much people in as possible to be able to showcase themselves, it's, you know, we open the door, you got to do the work now, but the community embraced everybody that
100.
came in.
Yeah.
100. I think it was literally because to me it just felt like, oh, like we all have skating in common. But I do this. Oh yeah, I need that. I do this. Oh yeah, I need that.
Yeah,
Like, okay, I need that. Like VT was literally like the roller skate suppliers for, I swear to God, for South East London for like a period of like years.
I think they still are, to be honest.
Like literally, they were the only VT. Like I know you guys from back in the day. I'm from 2008. I remember like even now when I meet people now, they're like, "You're some of my first skates in 2008," and they're like, "What? Like, do you remember us?" Yeah, of course. Like VT, how can we forget? Like literally, like they like everyone. I feel like became pioneers like through like SSE and like the events and that. Do you know what I mean? It literally was that. Like DJs were put on that had their first like Wonder. Fam, like she was DJing over here, but now she became the skate DJ. Like everyone was like, "It's Wonder playing, Wonder playing."
Listen, Wonder used to come to my house. Like she would tell you this. Wonder used to come to my house. When I was at Dad's house, she used to come every week, and we used to just do a music transfer of just like, because you know me, I used to sit there and download music, everything, and I'd be like, right, let's go through what's new. And we'll just sit there and just go through music for like hours. Do you get me? Like, and just do that for hours and just be like, cool. I've loaded you up with new tunes in it, like, and you gotta think even down to like Lobes, like as much as Lobes has done his own thing and paved his way for what he did, like it started with from us in a sense of him saying, I want to learn how to host. So it was like, all right, we'll practice that Will's Emotion, and learn that master your
became Wonders like host guy. It
was that master your craft here, and he did. You know what I mean? So
and that's what he does.
So yeah, man, like.
When I think about it, it's actually deep, you know. Like it's deep.
When you realize like it's paved the way.
It literally has.
It's not even a conversation of homage. It's just understanding like
factual.
like man really paved the way, and I think people get it because the respect is still there. Like,
100.
people will still come to me and talk about skating in the old days. Like, and I think like the appreciation will always be there, and I love that still because I want to, like I said, as much as I want to get back into the scene, like I those days. First of all, man was young and gunning. Man was young and gunning, yeah. So them days there, but it really took man off the streets. Like I think it needs to be understood. Like when and if I could have put money in and saved it from being not like you understand like Vauxhall was serious a serious place to be, man.
It was a thing. I mean, the fact that you had Choice doing the night there, you had and like Chris J and I had doing a night there. Like we were part of that. You know what I mean? In that week, like we were there. We were there. Thursday nights was the nights. Like you come when you skate. Like SSE, I'm going to SSE. Like, do you know what I mean? It was emotion. Yeah, I'm going with emotion.
Do you remember? So like, obviously, do you know how it started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know how it started? Obviously, it started with Mark, innit? So like, R.I.P. Mark Dread. Like, was it? Do you know what, Twin? You was closest with Mark.
Alright, so basically, and it's a weird story actually. So I remember we used to go to the Greyhound in Sydenham, and Mark used to live in Lower Sydenham. I used to live in Upper Sydenham, and it was like he'll ring me and say, "Yeah, meet me there. Like I'll come down with Grant and Nath, and we'll just chill." And he's just skating up on these little inlines. I'm like, "Bro, you're neat. Like, go put your trainers on or something, like some sliders or something. What are you doing?" Like, oh, shut up. Like, and he's doing all this fancy. So I said, that's kind of cool still. But anyway, man, go and put some trainers on. We're hitting the roads. Like, and then, like, Mark passed away in 2009 and 2008. And we was bugging because everybody was trying to get skates at that time. And I remember just before, like, we was all going Renaissance Room. And then, and again, this is like the part of it being organic because nobody really said, we're going to do this for Mark. It was just natural that we continued the ride, like, and we just the amount of people that just started buying skates, and that's when Sainsbury's turned up because it was like, oh, we need somewhere to skate. Oh, Sainsbury's is a nice smooth spot, and I remember Sainsbury's was top tier. Back then,
the floor
was top tier. There was no floor smoother.
And was it Choice of because we was going roller motion and then it stopped.
Roller motion stopped.
It went on a break and we was like, we need somewhere to skate. And then Twin come up with the idea, was like let's just get everyone in.
I remember we was talking that day and it was like, just put out a BBM and then on Facebook. I was
you
like,
made a flyer, bruv. Don't ever downplay it. You made a flyer. It said skate hard or go yard. Skate hard or go yard.
And the people turn up.
It went around on BB. I remember being like, what is this? Everyone's talking about this. Like, what is this?
I remember seeing it and I wasn't even, I was like...
Do you know what? Like, and if we could bring people together, like, there's so many stories from like what we done in those days because we done little things like bulldog, like just normal skates. Like there was lessons going on over that side, speed skating going over that side. Like
people just open the boot of their car.
Yeah,
and play
music was playing. Like, and there was obviously you'll get police coming round red to table, but they come and go, oh, okay, keep it moving. Those days.
I think the second one we did in Sydenham, like the second big one we did, we had, was it 150 people?
Easily.
In the car park?
Easily. And that was like 5 hours notice.
Yeah, bro. Like,
it was 5 hours notice. People would be there, fuck skating.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
I want to be part of this. Like, and
see people go and get food from across the road, come back.
I remember, I swear the jerk man pulled up that day.
Oh, that was
Or was that the following week?
That might have been the following week. Yeah.
Jerk man just pulled up.
Was that Marlon?
Could have been.
Might have been, but someone pulled up with the pan and just started cooking up. But yeah.
But that's where it was.
And that's where it was emotion technically started. That's where it started. It was from that, and then off of the back of the car park, we were just like, I think between me, you, Yaz, and Kay, sat down and was like, "Wow, do you know what? We can do something. We've just had 150 people in the car park. Like, let's do something." And then me and Kay approached Vauxhall, Renaissance Rooms, and was like, "Right, let us do an event." Like, because we're from the raving scene, and we did club nights from like donkeys of years. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, let us in. Let's do something. Eventually, we struck a deal with them to do Thursdays, and it weren't even a full takeover. It was, because they wouldn't let us take most of the money for it. We had to run a guest list on the night, and then anyone on that guest list is where we got our money from. We got a percentage of it, and then and then we got to control the back room. So we had all the DJs, any DJs we wanted, everything. So we sat down and all 4 of us sat down and put a plan together of, all right, like, how are we going to do this? Like, what DJs we get? And we got to have resident DJs. That's when we brought in Mischief.
Mischief,
yeah,
bad boy
Mischief.
DJ.
Yeah.
Shout out Mischief.
Yeah, remember we used to have the phone thing is his headphones.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you know the old school landline.
Yeah.
Like, he had like that actual the phone part, not the
Recordings.
dialing bit. Yeah, he had that. That was his headphones. So
I
yeah.
swear.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
He'd be
he was
like,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
G'd upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
And then we just created a flyer. Was that? I remember that first flyer. I look at it now, I think it's horrible. But that first flyer was
I've got that flyer
yellow.
at home, you know. Yeah,
So
I've got that flyer at home
yellow.
still.
It had the skates with the pink wheels and shit.
I think my mum laminated it and put it on her wall still. Proud mum.
That's how it started though. It started from that. And then Thursdays, like I was saying to you earlier, we had bare restrictions, man. We weren't allowed to play bashment. There's that we had to do, remember we did like a student, because everything had to be in line with their entry. So we had like student prices and then standard prices, yeah. And the hardest thing is that we had to push that everyone had to be on our guest list. Otherwise, we don't get paid off of this. You get me? And we're paying for DJs and all this stuff. So then did that for 2 years, no bashment, everything. Managed to negotiate a better deal. And then, it just went. No, I think it was a year we did that without bashment. And then it was a year. It was a year. Because then because Wheels in Motion ran for 3 years. I remember, right? 3 years, every week for 3 years.
We overran Choice FM.
Yeah.
It got to the point where we literally was overrunning Choice,
Yeah, because Choice ended up going to, it was every other week, then it went to monthly. And then we were still doing every single week.
I wasn't skating back then, but I was very aware of what
You used to see.
I walked into because I went to Renaissance Room a few times, innit? So me coming in, I'm like, what the fuck is all of this? I'm seeing bare black man from the ends and gal, and I'm like, hold on, this is where everyone is. Yeah, it looks lit, but I'm not about this life.
I said, give me 10 years.
Even like,
I'm like, I'll be back in my 40s, please.
Even like some of the old school skaters so when we came into the scene, obviously there was a bag of people in there before us. And like, a lot of them was like, like, you lot came in and just created a storm. Like, we came in and opened the doors. We opened the doors to show everyone else skating. Like, you can roll skate. Man, them from, like, you got to think, when we was doing the event, man, them from the ends, like, you would look at us like,
man them.
Old
type the man them, yeah.
Vauxhall, there's certain man in there, I'm just like, what are you doing here,
man?
Man
would have seen you chasing another man yesterday.
25
and
minutes ago, fam.
They were bad boy skaters as well, you know.
I'm not even mentioning names, but there's certain man in there.
Certain man that you know who you are. Was smooth with it still.
Yeah, Grizzy.
They remember, I'm not going to say names, but do you remember like certain artists used to come with us from like before we opened the doors? Yeah, so they used to roll up there when we were setting up and come and practice.
Yep, used to jump in my car on the way up.
Yeah. Certain artists used to do that. As well. Yeah.
But that was what the vibe was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You got to remember, even them days, like, I remember when Getz used to come down.
And
he had I always remember his skate shit, because he used to have the quads with the stoppers on the back. His stoppers were on the back. He modded them and his stoppers were on the back. Cold, enough people for us, and like I just showed you, like that Faith SFX used to come down. Like, we used to get a few.
Chippy was there for a little bit, no?
Yeah, Chip come down.
Brother.
There was a few few pass throughs, but what we did as well is like we tried to make something as eventful as possible. Like I remember the meetings used to be about what are we doing, what ideas have we got, what themes can we do,
can we do a giveaway this week? Can we do a thing? How can we get who's got linked to what we can do giveaways for? Like,
and if even think about the community or doing charity work, like we're still giving back, because it weren't. For me, it weren't profit. It weren't about profit.
No, we didn't
bringing people together.
I'll be real. We never really made much money from it at all. Like it was more about, okay, we just made this money. How do we put that back in for next week?
And you got to think that was during a time where, let's be honest, social media was beginning. It was Facebook and BlackBerry.
It was literally
Messenger.
BBM.
Yeah.
Abby on BB.
Facebook.
Abby on BB.
BB was.
It It was like, it wasn't like, oh, there's an Instagram page. Like, it was literally like, Abby on BB. Your Facebook? No, okay, Abby on BB. Like, it was like one or the other.
And the Facebook thing was hard work because you had to have one number. Everyone had to text the number. Oh my goodness.
I remember like we used to have to even inviting when man found like the little hack, the code thing to select all your friends, Bro, that saved so much time.
Blew my mind.
I remember like people used to ask me just log into their account so I could do it for them and just do the press all thing. Oh, it saves so much, man.
That's good though, man, because you like created something that people are still talking about to this day, like, and it's very interesting, like that the impact that it had and what it's gone on to lead on to. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you lot should be proud, man, because like I said, I wasn't in the scene, but I was fully aware. I'm seeing what the fuck is all of this, man. Like, I remember one time I'm in Lewisham or Catford or Ladywell, and I'm seeing Barry just
cutting through,
and I'm like. That looks sick, but you man allow it, bro. You man allow it, bro. It's too hot for that. Fam, you man are topless in your vest. You got your towels. I'm like, you man are doing too much. It's too hard, bro.
Do you know what the thing with skating as well is? It's a social thing. But you see, like, it takes you to another place. Like, you can go out by yourself and skate, and like, you might have shit on your mind. You just forget about that. Like, it's like you put your skates on and hit the roads and you leave your troubles behind and you just have a moment to yourself. And it's mad, like, or even if you're skating with everybody, put your headphones in.
On your own.
You're on your own. Like, you don't. There's no pressure to be social or not be social. Like, and everyone gets it because people are skating for their own reasons at the same time. And not everyone's going to just be social. Listen, see them moments there. Like, obviously, when Mark passed, like, it was difficult for the man them, and I felt like I used to wake up at my sleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning, get up, and I just felt like Mark just spoke to me. I'm going to put my skates on, go out Crystal Palace. I just do a couple laps, and it was perfect because it's like the summertime. It was nice and cool breeze. I used to just do skating. I used to skate in the cold, mad times, mad days, but it was just nice to be able to do that. And you don't need like. Sometimes people think, you got to talk, but sometimes, no, man, just need to skate. Like, same like a boxer needs to box, or, you know, someone needs to just kick a ball or what. Man just needs to just skate. And listen, I won't stress enough to say, if anyone's got troubles and just put on your skate and hit the road, you know, like, you might get clarity. And
I ain't gonna lie, I wish someone would have told me this, like, back in the day. 110%, bro. 110%.
Like,
for sure, man.
The therapy from skating, it is mad. Like, even now, like, there's certain friends of mine that I've put on to skate and said, like, just come skating, like, because I know you're going through certain things and you understand when you do it. This is therapy. Like, it's very therapeutic. Like, and like, man have gone back to me and said, yo, like, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Because I didn't get it until I started doing it myself. I was like, I was actually annoyed with myself that it's taking me so long to do it. I was annoyed that I hated it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, nah, if I would have known this long time ago,
different level.
Yeah, different.
No, but you excelled on the hybrid still.
Ridiculous.
Do you know what?
Rodney jumped in for 4 weeks and he was doing
this fella's always like, he's always like, nah, cause I learned from you lot. And I'm
like, no, man.
You surpassed us long time ago.
Nah. I tell people this all the time. Yeah, I say if it wasn't for them early days, like I had you lot to watch in it. Like not everyone had that. Like some people are learning with their brethren, bro. It's the blind leading the blind, bro. You lot already know what you're doing. So I've shortcut a lot of shit real quick because I'm like, that's how you do it. So instead of me learning how to do it, I just go to do it. You see what I'm saying?
You pick up things easy still. When I was telling people how quick you skate, I was like, no, he's been skating for years. I was like, I want to be able to say yes, but it's not the case. You should have seen him 4 weeks ago.
Even TJ said the same thing at Harrow. He's like I was skating around and I stopped by him and was talking. He's like, bro, you come a long way, you know. I appreciate it. I was like, I remember when you first started skating, your confidence was so like you was proper like Bambi legs. He said, now, bro, he's like, cool.
Different.
Is that cool?
Different, bro.
Is that cool? I appreciate it.
Dedicated, bro. I mean, I'll be going to work and I see Rodney just flying down the road, you know, on skates, and I'm like, there's no point me even trying to call him, bro. I just see you, like, you're gone, bro. Get me?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I swear that I used to work in Catford. I used to see Rodney coming. I'm running to the window like a little fan. That's my cousin, you know. Like, I can skate like that. No, wait, my skate's in my car. But my car's around the corner. It's long, but one day you're not going to see it. Watch.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because that's what I'm known for now. Like, because I just skate from my yard to Lewisham, regardless of what the weather's like. I'm going. And people have seen me. They're like, "You're not skating today," and I'm like, "No, It's snowing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like,
That used to be us though.
Yeah.
That used to be us.
What, no skates? Like, what, no
I'm
skates?
like, oh, I woke up late. I gotta get to work. Skates.
Yeah.
Stuck into work. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
them days there, boy.
Man used to attack. I remember one time me and Ryan skated from Sydenham to Bromley. Yeah. I was like, yes, a light skate. We got to Bromley Road. Skating up that hill.
That hill.
Man trying to get on the bus.
It
Man
don't
trying to
look
get on the bus,
bad.
yeah.
It don't look bad, yeah. But the incline, when you're on stage,
And the incline was peak, yeah. We tried to get on the bus. The bus driver was like, no, you can't get on the bus with the skates on. I said, what?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Let the bus door close. We locked off the bus and just skated off. I said, you're a dickhead, man. Like,
you know what? I tell you, you see, like, even you see how, like, we're looking at that and saying, like, the incline was mad, yeah. It's when I used to speak to, like, Buzz and Woody and them, like the younger lot at that time, innit?
Yeah.
And then man used to say, yeah, we skate down Vickers Hill. I said, are you mad?
yeah, that's
Vickers.
mad.
That's a steep hill.
That's mad.
I wouldn't even go down on a bike.
I used to,
Yeah.
I used to think Lumpit Vowel was bad.
Oh, yeah.
Lucian College.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nah. Vickers Hill?
Vickers Hill, blood.
Nah, that's just...
And you gotta remember, when you get to the bottom,
It's straight.
It's
onto
straight,
the road.
yeah.
Straight onto
That's,
the road.
yeah.
and then man, yeah, we go down that all
But
the
them
time.
man,
But
were
they-
young and gun still.
Yeah.
Fearless.
Fearless, like trying to be the best, trying to be great. Remember these times they couldn't come to venues, they're just trying to be the best, like outside, like we're gonna dominate
No,
outside.
but we got them in a couple
Couple times.
Couple times,
Still.
yeah, we did.
Same with
Like, breaking
Amy,
the law
couple
and that.
times.
Yeah, got
Couple
Amy in
times
as
Amy got
well.
You know what? Though, I on a level.
That's
like,
so mad though, you know. Like Amy was skating with you like back in the day.
Yeah.
No.
Amy's only like
And she's-
24
and
now.
I know,
So
I
you
know.
know how young she
Understand
must
that.
have been,
Yeah,
bro.
understand that.
She shouldn't have been.
Because I think Buzz and Woody met us when they were 15.
15.
They were 15.
Yeah.
And it's only because we started going Blue Squares we heard about, because Blue Square weren't a thing until them lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the younger lot
They made it.
made it a thing.
That was their like.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
their stomping ground.
Yeah.
And they made it a thing. So we started going down there to check it out. And then
Yeah.
we're like, yo, like these are cold, innit?
So sick.
And then, so we were just like, cool, chatting to them. And they ended up becoming part of SSE.
Yeah.
And it was like, right, you lot are now like the younger lot. Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
can't bring you into the
Yeah,
events
yeah.
because you're not old enough.
Yeah.
But you know, like even with them lot, we did the same thing. What do you not want to do in life?
Yeah.
Like Woody wanted to do graphics and design, and he was sick.
So sick.
So I remember even I took him on and was like, ah, cool, any work I get, I'm just giving it to you. I'll take a little finder's fee, but you take the chunk of the money.
500 times now.
Yeah,
Or just before she did 500.
And brought him in, and then from that, remember he went on. I remember he did Tiny Tempers mixtape cover.
Yeah. He did like restaurant
swear.
stuff. He did
Yeah,
like
he
musicians,
swear.
like
He-
artists. He did
He
like,
went
a lot
on to
of
do a
stuff.
madness, and
He's
cold,
sick
bruv.
though.
He's cold. He's mad, like mad creative in and up. Because I brought him in with when we was doing that Ford 360 and everything, and he was filming. He ended up learning how to do the camera stuff, and he would be one of the camera people filming for that.
Okay.
And like, it was just like, however I can link you up with anything.
That's dope, man.
Like, I'm gonna bring you into that, and you
Do your thing.
Yeah.
get me. Like, I remember when I saw him. When I hadn't seen him for years, and obviously seen him now, and I'm like, this brother's a big man now,
Been
innit?
tall. That's a
And
chance to rap up, bro.
he took me to one side and just said like, nah, Smerff, thanks for everything you've done. Like, you taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And like, cause I even said to him, stop doing free work for people. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's taking advantage. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone wants you to do something, come to me first, and I'll set a price. And get me. And yeah, he went on to do. He's cold, bruv. Like, even Buzz, like Buzz is doing madness now. Like, he's working on movies and stuff like that. Like, them lot are sick. But
Remember they're doing this when they're 15 though. Like,
Yeah.
What 15-year-old has access to these things?
So you remember what we
Do you know
gave
what I
them?
mean?
We
Like-
said, all right, when we got the O2. Do you remember when there was a skating rink in the O2?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So when we got that was of any ages, innit? Because it was open every day. So we said, right, you lot are gonna help run this.
Run
Because
that.
you can now.
Yeah.
So you lot are we need you down there like every
Every
week
week.
and all this
doing
stuff. And yeah.
And it was so good, even when there was marshalling and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so cute. I remember this. Yeah, because it's like all this years you're like been waiting to like do it, be in a venue, do something. Like now this is our time. We get to run this. Like they were on point. You know when we talk about marshals being on point, they're like 16 and 17 and they were on point.
On job.
Like on job. Like. Like you know, like emergency stops. Like
Yeah.
what they were on point, like so on point.
Do you know what
I
though?
was like,
Certain you gotta think, yeah, you see how everyone does chopping now and all that stuff. I feel like I might be wrong, but their crew, like the younger lot, them like from Blue Square, they were like the people that started that.
100%.
Like they were the first ones that I saw
saw
doing
doing
it,
it, yeah.
and that's from You gotta think that's from what, 2009?
Way.
9,
Yeah.
10? Yeah.
And they were doing all that. The way people are moving now,
They was doing that.
they was doing that back then.
Yeah.
They was doing that back then.
Inventro Pros.
Yeah, Inventros. Yeah,
Pros.
Inventros.
Inventro Pros.
Them
Can we make it make
heavy,
sense?
Yeah, they were doing that
New
Inventros.
boots.
And I remember when they were. I remember when they kind of developed certain skills and stuff like that, and they were just practicing at Blue Square, learning how to do certain things.
Every day. Like, I remember sometimes they were there all day. Morning to like all day. You're going past the party, you see shadows, it's them not skating. Like in the dark. Like, yeah, man.
Mad.
Ratings.
That's crazy.
You melted the chocolate.
I don't know. Maybe.
You melted the chocolate. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. Right. Lee, you got any questions? I've got a question for you guys.
Let's get one. Is this what you was just sitting on though?
No.
I don't want your booty sweet. Bro.
You know my booty what?
Your booty sweet.
My booty sweet.
Yeah.
No, I was sitting on 12.
So you don't
so
want
you
no
melt-
Nutella.
When did you start skating? Did you start skating when you was young, right? You wanted to know.
Yeah, so I started skating when Mark passed. Like, well,
that the,
that was the transition
around the time?
in. Yeah.
She never skated before that. Like,
Never,
as a kid.
never. Didn't even know about skates. I'll be honest, yeah. I remember when I got my first pair of skates. Yeah, we went Streatham Ice Rink. We used to have the skate shop downstairs.
Yeah.
And we was in there like, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes you can't take the hood out of the man. Sometimes, yeah. We've gone in there, yeah.
Pause.
And it was bare. Pause. That's wild. there were about 5 of us in there, yeah. And like we were just like, yeah, my man, go out the back and see if you got this. Go out the back and see if you got that. I just said like, yeah, I'm just gonna take these skates. I just grabbed a pair of skates out of the box. Like, I think that's my size. It's like size 7. I was like, yeah, I can pattern out. But I didn't have no wheels in it. So I got back home and I was like, yeah, you man, how am I gonna get some wheels? Like, we're gonna have to go back there. We went back there the same day and done the same thing.
Swear.
Like,
No
yeah,
way.
go out the back and
Swear.
But then I didn't have no bearings. So we had
didn't
to
go
go
back
back
to the
there the next day.
No way.
It was like Saturday into Sunday. Like, I said, this brother is stupid, man. Like, man's literally gone in there and just robbed a whole pair of skates. And then after I done it, everyone thought they could do it. But then the guy started locking the door and people started going in and they're like, none of my business.
That's
mad.
crazy.
So hold on, this is saying that's when you first started skating, yeah?
That was my
What,
yeah.
no one had the Fisher Price skates, no?
No. Do you know what? Actually, no.
No one had the
No,
little
do you know
things
what's
that you
funny?
said,
Yeah,
adjustable
I remember.
ones.
You like when you grow up with certain family members and they're more privileged than what you grow up with. Yeah.
Massive more privilege.
I used to go to my aunt's house and my cousin Natalie had a pair of skates. I couldn't tell you what they were, yeah, but they were quads, and we was the same size. So she lived in a block here. They had a little landing outside the front door, and I remember I used to put them on and land on my bum all the time. I said, these are stupid, man. Whoever wants, I think that's why I kind of like resented skating. I was like, it's an idiot thing, man. Who wants to be rolling around on wheels anyway, man? Man got a bike, innit? Like, who wants to be rolling around on this stupid
You know you're
stuff?
not good at that. You know you're not good.
Idiot
You're
thing,
stupid
man.
anyway, man.
Really tough. My cousin used to put them on us out skating. I said, yeah, you idiot anyway, because you're bow-legged. That's why you skate like that. You get me?
How old were you when this was happening?
Must have just touched secondary school, if that.
Right. So you had that block as like,
Yeah.
it's
After
this
that,
is
I
dumb.
said never again. And then Mark pulled up on inlines as well. That was what was different.
Yeah.
That was when, you know, like when inlines became a
Yeah,
thing.
inlines
That was
was
when it was
in.
a thing, innit?
But I remember we used to go to the
I
skate
used to have
park.
inlines. I used to have inlines when I was younger.
Yeah, my boy was dope. Billy, he was dope at skating, and we used to go skate park and you do the ramps and that. Like, oh, this is interesting. Still me, Billy, Dre, my brother, and Mark and Jenk, and then we jumped on the skating thing slightly. Like Grant jumped on his skates, and we was doing a little thing, but it weren't really. Man was saying like, yeah, go down the ramp. I said, oh, you think I'm stupid? I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to be in A&E tonight. So no, I'm not going on there. I didn't ever go on the ramp, and I won't do it. Not to this day.
Ramps is a dangerous game, man.
Bruv, I wouldn't even. I'm too old to do ramps now, anyway.
After I saw Amy's tooth that time, I was like,
Yeah.
ramps ain't for me, my friend.
Nah, I'm a rat still.
I like my teeth
You know,
in
like
my
that.
mouth. I need to chopped. Yeah,
That's
Like-
crazy. So you guys have you guys been skating as of late? I know you have you?
No, so I think, let's just say I gave a year out. Last year I was going through stuff, I was finding myself. So that's why I'm saying, like, I want to get back into the skate scene this year, because when we was at it the year before, different. Like
We're talking
it brought
about
back memory lane.
2021.
Yeah,
21.
2021.
Okay.
2021. It was. I'm not. Obviously, I know the skate scene was alive, yeah, but it brought back alive for me.
Okay.
And obviously, like, I didn't really know where the place was to skate. So I would go to my local place, Crystal Palace on the bridge.
Yeah.
And that was just the go-to.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, where is the next place? And I think I discovered Beckenham with you and K-Dot, innit, Ty?
Yeah.
And
And
then-
it was all going there, innit?
Yeah, and it was just like, I swear I think I pulled up here, and it was like a scene out of Fast and Furious. You know, when you got all the cars
All
and
the
that.
cars, yeah,
but
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this...
Yeah.
Oh, what we live, baby! This is what we doing.
I remember that day when
I
you
said,
first
"Oh,
came.
yeah,
I
cool."
remember
So,
that day when you first
but
came,
I was rusty in it. Like at this time, I hadn't skated for like 8 years. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm saying, all right, cool. Like, I'm just gonna see what everyone else is on. And I see some people on a lower level. I say, yeah, I got this now. You know, this is me doing my thing. But like slowly, I started seeing like there's some bad boy skaters here still. Like the scene's different. But then I in my head, I always had the sense of community. So, and I felt like when we rolled up, I didn't sense that straight away. So I said, "Wow, the skate game changed." Like, but I think it was just a lot of different people there that didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, by the end of that night, everyone was gelling.
Yeah.
Everyone was gelling. And I was like,
Yes.
"This is the scene. Like, it is still the
It's still the
scene."
same.
Like,
You know what though?
Yeah.
It isn't, you know?
on.
Like, I feel like, say like places like Beckenham, it is like you get that community
family
vibe, you get that
orientated.
family. But then it's like because everyone's going there regular, like you
They just
see,
not-
everyone kind of gels and gets to know each other. But then like, there's a lot of the times, man's been in certain places with a lot of other skaters, and it's like people just watch you and just like it's like no one's sure if they want to say hello and all this stuff, and it's like I'm very sociable, so like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'll. What we saying? You good? That, but it's like it's weird. Like there is a
Energy.
there's a weird energy in certain
you know
places.
what? It's mad that you say that, yeah, because I'm not very sociable in a real life. But see, in the skating scene, I can be like, I don't mind like saying what I've gone, because where I know that I come from way back, it's like if anyone that comes to me, I want to open my arms and say, yeah, yo, come. Like, what are you saying? How long you been skating for? Like, even down to teaching people, because at the end of the day, like you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. So when you're trying to learn something, but nobody's showing you the right way, I can't be skating around in circles trying to practice my thing and seeing someone struggling.
Yeah.
I'll stop what I'm doing to help, because
help.
because I think people it's the new ones that need to understand this is a community. And don't come here for 2 weeks and be new, because after the first day, somebody should have come over to you and said rare-tete and then brought you into everybody else, because people wanted to be in Beckenham, but they didn't know how to introduce themselves into the crew. And I remember Ty, like, we would used to just skate off to the people that's in the far. Come over, man. Come over, enjoy it, because like, as I know it might be intimidating being new and you're learning and you're seeing all these good skaters over there, but there was no ego with us. Everyone was so humble, and we was learning while we wanted everybody else to learn, and we want everyone to catch up and everyone get to the same level and try it. Like, you know, skating forward, now try backwards, like lemons, like we're going old school, like lemons, like, and people were like, what? I'm like, you got your bow legged, so you might not be able to do watermelons, you know. But it was, man, just make it happen. You get me?
But I think that's a difference. I think it's a difference of like generation one, like our actual generation of childhood was communal. It wasn't digital. It was real life.
We was a village.
We
innit?
came from real life,
village,
innit? So when you're now transferring that over to like anything else, that's how we come, innit? So like our generation of like just humans interact different to the generation that's now. So even though you're coming back from old school, wherever, you're still learning some new things, you're still gonna be like, because the same thing I do, I can't help it. I'm like, yeah, come, I'll show you. I actually cannot help it. I'm just like, yeah, come, I'll show you.
Do you know what though? Like, cause I get like we're from that era. And then you gotta think like, so skating goes through cycles.
Yeah.
Like
Call it the Matrix.
Call it the Matrix.
Yeah. Okay. Skating goes through the Matrix. Yeah. Like London skating, I'll say. Like I think you see, like after we stopped, and then after we stopped, then it became rollout.
Yeah.
Rollout was after us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let me not say nothing.
Drama.
Rollout was after us, yeah.
Yes.
So we paved the way.
And roll up was just the generation just underneath us.
Yeah, so like remember we paved the way for a lot of stuff, and then when Wheels in Motion stopped, there was a little break, and then rollout started, and then that became that generation. But then that generation of skaters, it was a bit of the old school lot from our generation, but when you went to the events, it wasn't as much as that community vibe anymore.
No.
And then skating went on a big, like, as much as that, obviously big up to Rollout and what they did, and they flourished in it, but like it went on a break. I feel like the scene itself,
very quiet.
went on a break. Like,
100%,
and not even just big up to Rollout, it's big up to Kai and like all them lot that did stuff at Silver Spoons and everything like that. Because them lot carried on. They carried on a lot
Even
of
though it
things.
was
Like,
super quiet.
So I think skating went back into the underground, innit?
100.
It went back into that.
Unless
that,
you know. That's
it was like, you know that
Secret Society Fight Club.
Yeah. So it was like, it went back to that, and then they carried the torch for a while, and then now I think lockdown happened, and it brought
everything.
It brought it back out, and then that Wavy on 8 came out, and all that, and there's a lot of because a lot of
old school skaters came back out because there was nothing to do.
Like, you got that you got the Hyde Park lot, but to me that's the old school, and and that's that community.
I find Hyde Park skaters, they're kind of bougie. They're like. For me personally,
do you feel like they're like you can't sit with us kind of vibes? They feel like so like we're car parks and streets in it.
But hold on, wait. I say that you see what you're saying. Tori, has that changed?
It's the same.
No, as in like has that changed from
how they were?
We were.
Yeah,
we
because
was
they
when
weren't
we
like
came into
that.
the scene. Remember, it's the same set.
Yeah, it's the same set. Okay, for me personally.
But I joke, like me and you joke with all of them.
Yeah, because we were there. It's the same when you were saying that guy from Skate Seat, it's like always comes up to me and I was like, oh yeah, because I know you from Harrow. But then obviously I was, because I'm not Harrow, from Silver Spoon, because I was going Silver Spoon.
So you know from back in the day?
Yeah.
Right, okay,
so I was skating in Wembley. So I started skating in Wembley, even though I was doing stuff with you lot, like maybe like a month or two before I joined SSE, I was skating in Wembley. So I wasn't around the skate stuff that you lot was around.
Yeah.
I went to the Wembley one, and obviously in there, everyone's older than you. There's like maybe like 9-10% that's like young, and then you got like 3% that's really young, but everyone's like in their 40s up. So you're going in and everyone's like, oh hey, like they're like your granddads and shit. Like they're like, oh come, we'll treat you and stuff. So it was kind of like whenever. So I was already in that old school generation because I started there. So they will never be like, oh Tori, it's like, oh Tori's old school. Even I'm not, but I am. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I was like, oh, everyone just says hello to me. I don't get that kind of. You can't sit with us guys.
And you know it is like even when we came into it, like I said, we kicked down the door and was like, everyone come in. Like we kicked down the door, so everyone can be part of this scene. Everyone can learn from this. It don't matter who you are. But I always felt like there was that like exclusivity. How did I just say that? Exclusivity club with the old school lot.
Yeah.
And like because we didn't care. Like we were just like we got along with everyone. So it was just a case of.
Do you know what it was?
We were so welcoming to all these. It was like I don't care. Like all the old school lot, young lot, everything. We're cool with everybody. And even like the old school lot, when I used to say to them, I used to go Roller Express when I was a kid. They're like, what? Yeah. You went Roller Express, and I'm like, yeah, like. And that's when I'm like primary school, and that's in the Edmonton warehouse team. And any old school skater will know what Roller Express was. You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, "Oh, you're from that era," and I'm like, "Yeah." But so then it was like off of that. It's like, "Oh yeah, you're like you've been in there, you've been around in it," and I'm like, "Yeah, but everyone else can be around in it. It's not exclusive to you lot."
But I feel like they felt like it felt. I don't know. I know this is me thinking just now. I feel like they felt like we were taking over. And we were taking over.
No, but we weren't
taking over excluding you.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta think, we brought in a lot. Even the old school lot, I'm not gonna go into certain dramas, but we brought in some of the old school lot, we brought in to DJ in certain places and we put them on certain things. And we was like, again, it's just how us lot were. It was like, how can we include everybody?
Yeah.
Like, so we're gonna bring people in and it's like, oh, you do that, alright, cool. Like you're not part of our team, but cool.
Well, come play.
We know you do this. Come and play our night. Like we're gonna do this event. Come and play at this event and boom, boom, boom. Like so, it was a case of just trying to knock down barriers and just be like, fuck. Can I swear on this? Like, yeah. So I'm like, fuck what you lot
did or before.
Yeah, fuck the whole exclusive shit.
Yeah.
Let's make everyone part of this. Make this community bigger, really. Sure. Like,
but I think old school skaters don't like. Okay, this is me again. Assuming, I think some old school skaters don't like the new way.
They
Do
don't.
you know? And even though when we
Don't
came
like
in,
change.
yeah,
That's
so it
the
was
thing,
like
the thing with the new way
There's a lot
is,
of
yeah,
people though.
it's too fast for the old school.
Yeah,
skaters.
yeah.
Like the old
They can't
school,
keep up.
they're not to say they're just jam skaters, yeah, but they're smooth with it. With the new lot, they're aggressive with it.
Yeah.
In out to the old school, it's like, oh,
You're
you're
doing too
dangerous.
much.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna. If I fall over my hip, that's it. I'm out of the game, kind of thing.
That's how I feel now.
But
I'm like, I've got work tomorrow. I can't drop. You get me?
Yeah.
And I think they're more like they won't put
cautious.
themselves where the new school skaters are.
Yeah.
But then the new school skaters can put themselves anywhere. They
Anywhere.
spread themselves
Do you know what though?
across
But
the whole
do you
thing.
know what though? Yeah. It sounds mad to say, but it is. I think it like I agree. It's that divide, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's only a few people that hold that balance in the middle.
Yes.
Like
Agreed.
there's only a
To bring
very few.
both
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah,
a very
agreed.
few that hold that balance in the middle because I feel like even when we was getting back into skating, like the new lot, I used to sit there. I think I've even had that conversation with you, Tor, and been
yeah.
like, you know what? I know the new lot are all about speed, yeah, and like speed skating it has always been a thing.
Yeah.
And I see certain people talk about it and all this stuff, and I think like, right, like I know how it was when we was doing it, what we was doing. The speed skating was always a thing, but it was moderated in a sense of like you knew how to maneuver between certain people, and like now. Like it's like people
It's a
ain't even
free-for-all.
looking.
It's a
Yeah. It's like
free-for-all.
like the first thing I see some of the youngers just say is like I want to know how to go backwards and go to chop,
Yeah.
go fast.
Before
And
they
I'm
can
like,
even go
Can't even go forward.
Can't even
Yeah.
stop. Can't go forward.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like slow your roll,
Yeah.
learn the basics first.
Yeah.
I think
then-
that's the difference between us and them.
Yeah.
Or our generation or old ones. We wanted to learn how to skate.
Yeah.
These lot just want to learn how to do the
They just
show
want-
show
they want
stuff.
Show
Instagram.
stuff.
They
Yeah,
want
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
fame.
yeah.
Literally
And
Yeah.
but then that's
But then that's
the
the
young
era,
people,
innit?
innit?
Yeah, that's the era we're
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't
It's
have
mad.
that then, innit?
It's mad, yeah.
Yeah, it literally.
How do you think things would have been if we had social
Instagram
media
back then.
back then?
I don't know, because you know what it is? We still was going to people's yards, finding out who's where, because there's pedal bikes outside the front door. Like we was like, because when we was growing up, we didn't have the social media.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
yeah.
social media was put in our laps when we was hitting our 20s, I still think we would have blown differently.
100.
But I still think it would have been controlled, because it wouldn't have been just for the gram.
Yeah.
I think this generation
It would have been more
You know what it is?
informational.
whatever.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what it is as well,
Yeah.
though? Like we have seen evolution of social media.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the younger lot
Just
have
have
just
it.
been
Born
born
into
into
it.
it. You just
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
Instagram's
It's just
already there. Facebook's
Yeah.
already there.
Yeah.
Twitter's already there.
Yeah.
TikTok's new, but
Yeah.
Snapchat's there.
Yeah.
Whereas we went through.
They don't know about dial-up.
Yeah.
They don't know about
they don't know about dial-up.
if you're on the internet and your
And
mum
someone
picks up
answers
the
the
phone,
phone.
Game
that
over.
shit look off.
Yo,
They don't know
get
about
the
that,
phone.
bro.
They don't know about Black Chat.
They don't know about MSN.
MSN.
They don't know about MSN.
They know about Be Right Back.
You know about was it ASL? You used to say ASL.
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Virus Central.
Bag of viruses, boy.
We
Like,
say
get all the new albums and
before
movies. fam.
Facebook, it was FacePic.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
Facebook.
You remember
Yeah.
FacePic?
Yeah.
You get me? Like MySpace.
MySpace.
All about
MySpace.
I
Top
still got a
friends.
MySpace account, you know.
Swear.
still got my
Yeah,
MySpace.
everyone still
Swear.
has it.
I still got
Yeah.
MySpace.
It's in the background. It's in the background still.
It's there.
I feel like we need to bring that back just to let everyone,
Nah,
just
do
to
you
have
know-
a look at it.
It's
Just
not
to
the
know
same.
It's not the
No,
same.
no,
But
no,
you
no,
know what it
no.
is as
I
well,
went online,
yeah?
that's not the same.
Because with
man's
MySpace,
cringy
you
still.
could customize it so much.
Yeah.
It murked it, bro.
Yeah.
Like them girls that got the pink
Yeah.
headline and like,
Yeah.
They're
They fucking-
fucking-
they fucking
Yeah.
falling down the street.
Hey,
Yeah, people will come onto your page to listen to your
Yeah. Bruv, I remember like PTJ, yeah, when he used to make tunes, when Rich used to make tunes, I remember I used to put them in my playlist at the top to like promote his bits and stuff like that. Like,
That was six
sick.
days.
yeah, sixth form days, yeah.
MySpace,
And early
you
uni
know.
days, yeah.
Yeah.
MySpace. And everyone would beef over being in your top friends.
Yeah.
Top friends. Get me, but
Hey, bring that back. Bring that back.
MySpace was
Hey,
actually
listen,
still-
nah,
Yeah,
but like,
they,
I
they
think,
don't know that like we've grown with it. Like,
you know what
we've
though?
grown
If
with
we
it.
had if we had social media then, because you got to think like everything we did back then, yeah, like we just went through all the pictures. Like we've got like tons of pictures and videos and footage of
Thousands.
everything from Wheels in Motion
Yeah,
days and street.
2008 onwards.
When we was doing street skating, like the first SSE meets FOR street skates, there's videos and all that stuff. But like imagine that was all on social media. Remember, that was
We would
us not
be.
recording, and I used to
Yeah.
be skating around with a flipping
the
big
camera.
video
Big camera,
camera.
big
Yeah.
And then I
Wedding
remember,
camera, yeah.
and then when flip cams came out,
You
man,
got
I had
the
the
flip
flip
cam.
cam. Like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
like all the old
Honestly,
events and
yeah,
stuff
I
and
feel
footage.
like we would. This is gonna sound mad. I feel like we'd have careers
Yeah.
that were built from
Yeah, for
skating.
sure.
Yeah.
100.
You know what I mean?
agree.
Like, there would-
Videographers,
there would-
photographers,
yeah, it would have been built from
event
that.
planning,
Yeah.
like all of that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
110%.
It would have
man.
been because it's the same. We're doing it. It would be the same thing, but just with the exposure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we will put it on Facebook. We'll put it
Yeah.
in places. It's there. You can go and
Yeah.
search it. It will
But
come
people
up.
would have came to you and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
people would have said, no,
Yeah.
you guys have been doing this. and
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
You got to think like what we, even off the back of what we was doing, we got put in music videos, TV adverts,
Yeah.
and this is without the social media.
No social
like,
media. They're just
this-
finding you, finding us.
and they're just seeing what we're doing. Like,
Yeah.
like we was on a BBC flipping TV show.
Yeah, that was wild to me.
Like,
That was so wild.
we got no hats, no trainers. Yeah,
Yeah.
we was on that.
Shout-
Like, do you know what I mean? Like stuff
Yeah.
like that we was doing.
So speak about that. What is that? No hats, no trainers. What is that?
I don't know how to describe
So it's a
it.
segment on BBC. It was a segment on the BBC that there was like, it was kind of like a cultural kind of like
BBC
it's kind
One,
of-
BBC Two, like what BBC
what
what?
was
What
it on?
BBC? I don't know. I just know
Because it weren't before BBC Three then, right? It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was
them
before
time.
BBC Three.
Yeah, yeah. So it was like
Was it
BBC
before
One or
BBC
Two.
Three?
No, it was. I think I
Was
don't
it around
know.
BBC Three times?
I honestly can't remember.
Basically,
There was a show.
It was a show.
Yeah, because I've never heard of this show.
And it had segments. I don't know how long it was around for.
Do you know? Have you seen that? Have you seen that Tiny Temper clip when he goes, "Pa, now you have to go blind"? Have you seen that?
No.
Ah. So there's like they basically, and even Street Fighter Rhythm, DW.
Okay, yeah.
I think that launched on that as well.
swear, okay.
Like so then they had like they would have like you said segments. There would be
Yeah,
like a grind bit.
Yeah,
Then
like
they'll have
basically what's happening culturally, like
Yeah.
in like creative culture, whether
Okay.
it's like music
Okay,
or
okay.
sports or whatever. And I don't even know how they even reached out to you.
So it must have been BBC Three then, because I
Yeah, I
can't see
think it must
BBC
have
One.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
must
must
have
have
been
Maybe
BBC Three.
BBC Too late at night.
I think it
Might
might
have
have
been
been
right,
free.
massive.
It
Right,
would have
massive.
been. It would have been free. It
Before
would've been
that,
free.
that
Free.
creepy
It
little
would've been
woman and the
Yeah.
at the end, before her. Yeah, before that. That shit used to scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
With
So
the dog.
funny.
Yeah, if you're awake, you fell asleep and saw that,
Yeah.
you ain't going back to sleep.
Yeah.
You ain't going back to sleep. You ain't going back to sleep.
But I think
It
it was
must have been
BBC
BBC
Three.
Three times.
And
Yeah.
I can't remember. Like they contacted me and Kay,
Yeah.
and they just said, right, like we want you lot on this show.
Yeah, we've got a segment.
Yeah, we've got like this segment. We're showcasing some new fashion stuff or whatever, and we want the skaters. And we all said they're cool and put out the word for like it wasn't even just for the team. It was like put out the word to the team first,
Yeah.
and then we said right, whoever can't make it, cool. Let's reach out to
reach
other
out to other
skaters,
people.
and then we all met up in it weren't London Bridge. It was like Tower Bridge or somewhere there.
Let's wake up. We had to get there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 6
Before the
o'clock in the
traffic.
morning. You know, man's there, and then we're skating literally across the bridge, like just showcasing that fashion and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like. And just like it was sick. It was something. It was
One
like
of
all my
those-
days we got
yeah,
put in,
yeah.
and then you know like the show come out and was like we're on this show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you get me?
And imagine if that was now, you'd have a copy of it. It would have been on your page.
Yeah.
You would have had. Do you know what I mean? You would have said, "Can you send me a copy of that?" Like, we like, where even is that? All now can't find it.
Man could
You know
have
what I mean?
negotiated big checks as well.
Yeah.
like,
Them ones. Do you know
You
what
don't
I
get
mean?
paid for that though, yeah?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I feel like we did it. Or maybe we did.
Keep the bag on
They
the clothes or
they
something?
gin all
We
that.
kept all the bags and the clothes and stuff. We might have got paid,
Maybe, I don't remember.
but I think it might have just been a small
change.
amount.
It
It might have
wasn't
been a
nothing
change.
crazy.
Yeah, it was,
£100 or something.
because you got to think the show was a small show as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't nothing like major. It was just like an
Yeah.
independent show. But
My
yeah,
fee
we
is
did
5
that.
bags, everyone. My fee is 5 bags, yeah. If you want to hire me.
If you want to hire, come down with Dee for come down with me in the background. You know. Nah, even we did.
I negotiate my fee.
Yeah, you can chef it up on the skates nowadays.
You get me?
We even did like Zesty's music video.
Yeah.
Even
Venom's-
TJ
Venom.
was talking about it in the group when he was trying to get the skaters anthem.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
Oh,
song,
yeah.
yeah.
And like the new lot do none of you lot will
understand
know.
that.
Like it's
Understand
granted,
that.
none of you will know about skaters anthem. Like Zest made a tune called Skaters Anthem, and that used to shut down Vauxhall.
That-
I'm telling
down.
you.
Because he never found that song in the group, did he? Because I don't
I had
think.
to email it to him.
Okay.
I've got it.
Backstep,
like you knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Okay, because basically there was like the skanker skaters.
Yeah.
I thought that they started like so basically. I don't even know if we have skanks now on skates. Do we even have skanks now on skates? Not really.
Not skanks.
Do you know what I think it come from? It came off the back of Napa 08. Because we come out of Napa 08, Cold Steps was hot.
Funky House was
Funky House was hot.
UK Funky
and
was killing it.
UK Funky, and that's when we stepped into 09 and it was still moving.
Yeah.
And
UK
that's when
Funky was a movement. And
it
then
was just,
because everyone
that
knew
little
it, so
funk.
it's like-
Yeah.
even now, when you skate and like if you play funky,
It's
Yeah.
different.
that bounce and that bubble when you
Yeah.
skate. Like how much times I've been like when we're in events and I'm just like they need funky in them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like even the new school look might not know about funky, but
they
you see
feel
that
it.
you
They'll
see
feel the
that
vibe.
you see that vibe when you're skating and
Yeah,
that bounce
like-
here. It makes such a remember like you said skanker skaters and then
Yeah.
we do the circle. Even when Powell used to come, we'd do the circle
Yeah.
and then like CJ would be in the middle. Guys,
the
nuts.
bodies,
Yeah,
It was
mad.
crazy. There was things that like culturally skating wise, like London, I say London skate wise, that happened like in the rink. Like if you didn't know, you'd come one week and be like, what? But the second week you'd be in it.
Yeah,
Because you'd be like, cool, I know what's going on now. I know what's happening now. Like,
yeah.
It's like, and obviously, that's been like backstep. She's like, I don't know what it is, but he's telling you what to do. Just listen to the words. Like, literally, it was actually
Skaters.
That was like my favorite time. I wasn't even in it. I just want to watch it. Like, it just was so sick. Like, yeah, it was dope. That's like what Wonder, the Shakes brothers, CJ, Terry. Was it Terry?
Yeah,
Terry. Yeah,
And he still skates
he's
like that
still
now.
active,
To
yeah.
today, he
He's
still
a
skates
G
like that.
still. He's a G.
He's literally a G.
He's a G.
Yeah, like they had like a whole, man,
Even high rollers.
high rollers.
High
Do you remember?
rollers.
Kane was at
they stepped
Harrow
in.
on
Do
Saturday.
you remember when we did the ATL competition?
Yeah, I took a picture just now.
And
Yeah.
we gave away. I think I gave away Stu won.
Sure, yeah.
Stu,
Stu,
crazy
yeah.
Stu won.
Crazy legs.
So we did an ATL style skate competition. And it was like assemble your
Skate
crews
off,
and
innit?
all that, and it was a skate off.
Swear.
Yeah, and it's like everyone said that night it was like everyone just surrounded the middle. This was before the Red Bull sign was in the middle, all that shit. The Red Bull sign weren't there in Vauxhall. It was just like make a circle in the middle. We've got judges, and like literally you had to come with your crew, and then music was playing. You had to do your routine do your thing.
Yeah.
And then like it was like groups against single. It just
It
whoever
was
was down
everyone
from the
against
middle.
everyone.
Yeah.
And then
Sick.
Crazy Stu ended up winning. That he got the most crowd votes. And he ended up winning.
No, but he was
done
he
with
was
it.
dope,
though.
yeah.
He was dope.
So done with it.
Yeah,
Like,
Stu was sick.
so
But he's
sick.
still skating now, yeah?
Yeah, he was at Harrow.
Yeah.
I introduced you and he came. He was at Harrow. Yeah.
He's an old school G still.
Yeah.
And then big up Tyrone.
Who's Tyrone?
The one that passed away. Tyrone. He's still in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
Big up him with a
Yeah,
bad
he
boy
was
skater.
sick.
Bad
Yeah.
boy skater. One of the old school
Yeah,
skaters.
he's sick, man.
I remember even when we did these Skate Lisa put it together and we did the tribute night to him when he was still in the wheelchair,
In the
still
wheelchair,
alive.
yeah.
And he was like, so he came and he was like in the wheelchair in the
On the-
middle,
on the rink.
and everyone was skating with him on the
Yeah.
rink, and that was beautiful, man.
That was
like,
so beautiful.
just to do that, like, do you get me? Before he's a bad boy skater. I think I've still got footage of him skating,
Sick.
yeah, at
I
our
like to see
events
that,
and
man.
stuff like.
Sick.
Do you get me? So, yeah, man, like,
A lot of history's passed through, man.
yeah, did
A lot of
bare
things
charity
that-
events,
Yeah.
Mama Leah's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get me?
Yeah.
Big up
Like,
Toby.
big up Toby,
You know Toby, innit? Yeah.
yeah, did big,
Yeah.
yeah. Did big charity events in Lewisham. Did Skate for
Lewisham's-
Haiti.
Oh yeah, skate fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we do one in the centre?
Outside the
It
centre.
was outside the
Outside the
centre. So we
centre,
did
innit?
two Mama Leah's events, pancake rollers.
Yeah.
pancake.
And that was to raise money for,
Dude.
was it ALS?
ALS, yeah.
ALS, and yeah, that was it.
That was wild.
Had the whole
The
community
fact
out.
that we got to be outside Lewisham Shopping Centre. What?
In our own space, getting the crowd involved.
That was crazy.
Kids were doing tug of war and all this stuff. Like
Yeah.
Games on Skates came down and did
Came
their
down and did
thing.
their thing, yeah.
Even you think like Games on Skates, like they did their thing, but I feel like we opened the door
100%.
for them lot to
That
be
London
able to
Bridge,
do
yeah.
their thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The tunnel.
Like I feel like we opened the door to say, right, look, you lot can do events as well. Anyone
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
events.
yeah,
like.
yeah. It was like leading by example, innit? It's
Yeah.
like we can do it, like you lot can do it as well. Like, yeah, and if you need help, like holla.
Because even when I first went down to Flippers,
Yeah.
Kai, like big up Kai, and it's amazing what he's done.
Yeah.
Like and he just took me to one side and said, like, none of this would even be possible without what you lot did, and you lot planted the seed. And what SSE did, you lot created something and showed everyone that they can do something.
Yeah.
And like, even just hearing that, for me, it was like, yo, that's big still, like, because a lot of people don't, like, new skaters won't know who we are.
for sure.
New skaters won't know who we are at all. But like, there's some people within the scene that still remember what we did. And like, they will scream and shout about, nah, without these lot, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Do you get me? So
if you not see these lot in the streets, bro, buy them a drink, go shake their hand, give them a hug, something, fam. Don't let me have to come for you, bro. Trip you lot up on your skates, bro.
Like, man drinks Don Julio still.
It's just giving credit where credit is due,
for sure.
innit?
I feel
And like,
important, man.
yeah, like, and just like marking like things that happen. Like, this is like something that's gonna live on the internet now. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you search things, it's gonna come up because like, if we don't have conversations, things get lost, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like,
and I think we disappeared.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah,
innit?
we disappeared.
Life happens and you're just not about anymore.
Kids,
Yeah.
wives, girlfriends, all of those things, man.
No, but it really is important and like to have these stories and like, and thank you guys for like even coming and like
for sure.
sharing and talking and do you know what I mean? Like I said this to you before. I was like, Skate Mates wouldn't be Skate Mates
For sure.
without SSE being SSE. Do you know what I mean? Having this because I wouldn't have been SSE. Do you know what I mean? It would have been. It's a whole thing. And then when I was saying to her, I just don't know. When I was saying to her like, I wanted to skate with you for years, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yo, like. I learned to skate because of you, which means SSE happened because of you, which means I'm skating because of you, which means SSE happened because of you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's like it's the connection, isn't it?
You connected the dots.
You connected all the dots. I was like, yo, like I want to. She's like, what? I was like, you do not understand. Like I would not be skating if it wasn't for you. Like literally, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be the skater that I am. I wouldn't be the person I am. Like without you having taught Ty. However many long ago. Do you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be what it is. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like it's
only when you said that, I was like, oh, for real.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that. You know, like
like everyone has a part to play in life,
for sure.
in life and evolution and stuff. And like, giving credit where credit is due. Like, I'm a big advocate for that. Like, I need to tell you, like, thank you, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, because
and
like,
that's what we should do with everybody. 100%. Like, with everyone, like. It's learning where certain things have come from and like understanding the process, innit?
I think some people nowadays they're just afraid to say thank you, innit?
Yeah.
Like, especially like maybe younger generation than us. They're like they don't know how to come across that way, if that makes sense, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what though? I think like as well, like I think a lot of people don't try and look into where certain things have come from as well.
You just think it's always been there.
Yeah.
It's not a movement. It's just
that's
what it is. Yeah.
So can we talk about Skate Mates for a second? Yeah.
All right. That was random.
I know, because you mentioned like obviously thingy, and I have to say I rate what you lot have done so much.
100%.
Yeah. Thanks, man. And do you know what you lot are?
We're the new FOR.
You are the new FOR.
Didn't you say that the other day?
Yeah.
You're the new FOR. Like, and I rate what you lot have done in like you've created, what FOR did was amazing, and it was for that era, and you've done that again, and you've brought it back to this era, and just created a whole new community, and taken everyone in that community, everyone in the skate community now, and brought them together.
Everybody. Yeah.
And like what you lot are doing with like the branding and everything is sick. Like it's so. I see certain things you got from when we did the Iskacha. Huh? Just the customization and the detail.
Obviously.
Attention to
the thing
like,
is,
I was like, Tori's taken certain elements, So me and Tori used to help run a clothing line called Iskacha, But there's certain things that like I've seen and I've gone, I rate it so much because I see you've taken little like bits of it in terms of like. Process.
This is how you,
and this is how you do certain things.
Yeah, this is how you do that.
You see, when I saw this year...
But can I just say something? A lot of things that you think I did, Rodney did.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, a lot of things people like, I'm like, like, I'm amazing. But equally, Rodney's like, Toss, we need to do this. And I'm like,
you see,
he's like, no, we need to do that.
The bag. See when I got my jacket?
Yeah.
And there's in the bag with my number on it, I said, yo, this is... But no, it wasn't even in the bag. I'll tell you what, it wasn't even in the bag, When I got home properly, and the hanger. When I saw the hanger,
I was like, we need to do hanger.
When I saw the hanger, I said, oh my days. These are... And then that's when I thought, I remember what we did with Iskacha.
Yeah.
And I remember like, so you see those jackets, When you bought the jacket, you got it in a suit. You know, like with the suit bag. Yeah, but it had your logo. So whatever color you picked, it was embroidered on the thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that attention to detail, and that from what then when I saw what you lot did, I said, oh my days, you lot have smashed this. Like this is cold. Like, and, you know, like I'm in my yard just clapping. I was like, well fucking done.
Because for me, like I was just like, I can't just give you a jacket. I can't just give. So in my brain, I said, T, we need the bags. And she was like, what type of bags? And round about that time, we just came back from Flippers, and I was like, they have some nice black bags. Googled these black bags, and I was like, oh yeah, these bags are cool, but it's just a black bag. So I was like, no, do you know what we're gonna do? Slap Skate Mates and the number.
And you know what though? You see, like attention to detail,
it's so important.
Like we learned as well, like. You could have, not say your product's mediocre, but you could have a mediocre product,
for sure. And your delivery,
you see the packaging. Packaging is what sells you.
For sure.
Like,
that
if
above
you
and
get
beyond
something and it's in like nice packaging, and if it, you remember it and you keep the packaging.
100%.
So like, I'm gonna keep this.
For sure.
Even the bag, I was like, I'm keeping this bag. I don't even want to use
the bag.
I don't even want to mash up the bag. I just want the bag. Even like what you done with the numbers, like even having your own number.
That sticks
like,
with you.
My sister, she's like, she's going nuts. She's trying to figure out her number and all that. because I explained what my number was and how I've got to my number.
So now,
She's like, I need to think of a creative number.
And that to me is so crazy because there's people like, their numbers mean shit to them.
So
these are the days that my kid was born and, this was the day I got married, or this was the day I left, or this was the... And I'm just like, wow, like, you actually thought about this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I have to respect it. You see what I'm saying?
And then just go online and just click.
I want a number.
They said, no, Raj, you know what, this is going to really...
Remember how much numbers
trying to bring people in it.
Remember, I went through about 3 numbers. I was like, I'm going to do this one. Now I'm going to do... And then when I thought of 212, I said, this makes sense.
It's crazy,
it does. I think one thing that makes us gel really well is like we are literally like attention to detail people. So I might think of something else, but you think of something. I'm like, and then we go off on a tangent. I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, doing too much. No, we're not too much. Let's do it.
Because I think we're both OCD like that. It's mad. So it works. So because it works, it's fine.
It proper flows.
You don't forget. Remember when we had the whole conversation about extras? And it's just that. The creative side of everything, like, Twin is nuts, bro. It's nuts. Like, even just talking to these two about certain things, and I'm like, I see why you two have done what you've done.
And it weren't even planned. And again, technically, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for you, this don't happen. That time, remember that time when we went to
you know, can I just say something? Do you know the day I met Rodney?
Where was we? In Catford that time. When I bust up the side of my face.
When he's clear.
That's the day that I met Tori. That's the first day I met Tori.
No way.
Wait, you didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's the first day I met
Tori.
Tori.
That's an origin story right there,
boy. For reference, guys, I met Rodney.
Hold on, no.
That's the first time I met him. That's the first time I met him.
What, 6 months ago?
When Rodney took the slowest drop.
Yeah.
I bust up the side of my face.
I didn't know that.
Did not know
that. So the day that because remember that day I had my boot in it, so I couldn't skate with you lot. So I was like, I'm gonna come and see what you guys are doing. And that's the first time I met Muddy. That's the first time I met Chris, and that's the first time I met you. I didn't know them lot before. I just knew you two. So when he bust his face, I was like, oh my god, this guy bust his face. Oh my, I didn't know who he was. Like literally, had no idea. And I think it was that week. Because obviously I'm in the high street and Rodney's skating and back into from work. So he'd be like, he'd stop and be like, hi, I'd be like, oh, you're right, hi. Like, then it was like, oh, let's have a conversation. He's like, do you want to come in? So we had a 2-hour conversation. It must have been like a week or 2 weeks after. And he's like, we should do a podcast. I was like, let's do a podcast. I was like, okay. Literally, and I was like, I started doing some printing. I was printing for the podcast. Okay, cool. And I wasn't skating and he was skating, so he'd wear the t-shirts. And people were like, oh, your t-shirt's really cool. I was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not selling them. We're not selling them. That's literally how it happened. And people get bugging him so much. I was like, okay, we'll do a few. Literally was like, we'll do a few, probably sell like 20, if that.
I thought 6 max.
Yeah,
but
I was like,
you are forgetting like the community you've created around you lot.
Yeah.
See,
that's true.
Even down to Beckenham.
Yeah.
You forget that community is there. So like you lot are pillars in the community of skating, and without realizing you are. Like, you are, bro. Don't ever think.
Rodney's definitely a pillar.
Not ever. I'm not, man.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You definitely are.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah, I went Flippers for my brother's birthday. Yeah, on the family day. Yeah, and then my sister's interested. She just ended up. She's practicing in the middle. She's practicing stuff you taught her in the middle. Yeah. And then she ends up chatting to him. She's like, you need to meet my brother, he's sick and very. And I'm like, I'm not that great. Don't do that. Yeah, so I got in the middle. She's like, come here. I met this brother, chatting to him, and then he's added me on Insta, and I've told him, right, I'm gonna send you your profile. I said, any skating stuff, you want to know what's going on?
Yeah.
Ask him.
Speak to him. Because you are the connect.
You're in it.
No, he's Neo.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No. Who am I? I'm not. No, we already established who I am. I'm not Neo. I'm
you,
Agent
Morpheus?
Smith. No, I'm Agent Smith, bro. I'm
No,
Agent Smith.
no.
I'm Agent Smith.
Smith.
I'm Agent Smith. I'm Agent Smith.
bro.
But that means you're the
No,
Matrix.
but it's there. But I'm not necessarily bad though, innit? Like you got to depend on where your stance on your views of Matrix.
This is where we're
You're
getting.
not-
So listen.
This is the geek side of
Yeah,
us
you're,
now.
not,
Yeah.
you're not necessarily the villain. I'm not necessarily the villain. What that makes me? Why does that make me the bad guy? What I want for the Matrix? Why does that make me the bad guy?
But that means you are the Matrix.
You
Well,
are
I'm
the
part of the
Matrix.
Matrix. No,
But
I'm
you
just
are the
like Neo. I'm part of the. No, Boyce is Neo. Slimpy Boyce is Neo. You know what we're talking about?
Ooh.
He's
Yeah,
Neo.
I think
He's
Neo.
fresh.
You
He's
know
young
what?
faced.
You know what?
He's Neo. He's Neo.
And you
bro.
know what? Big up, boys.
Boys,
Yeah, I love Boise, man.
Tyrese.
Yeah, big up Ty, yeah, because I met him randomly at Flippers. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think you lot was even there.
I
Okay.
don't think we were.
Yeah, I met him at Flippers, and just because I think he saw me side surfing, and we're just like,
Yeah. Your side surfing.
'Cause your side surfing is
unique. 'Cause it's so
crazy.
unique. People will talk to you. 'Cause,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like no
It's
one side surfs like
crazy.
you. So yeah.
and well, I learned it. Well, I didn't learn. I learned. Who taught me? Do you know what's mad? Candice taught me to side surf.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah,
Oh.
I remember she taught me at what was London Bridge called?
Oh,
Games.
T47.
T47. She
yeah.
taught me there. She taught me the basics of it, and then at first I was going in circles,
Yeah.
and then I just kept doing it and doing it until I mastered
You
it.
got it whacked.
Yeah, and then obviously discovered I skate like my dad. But
Crazy.
yeah, but yeah, I met boys at thing 'cause I was side surfing, and then he stopped me and was chatting and. He's like, oh, like, what's your name? Boom, Ty. Oh, right, man. You get me? And then just like chatting to him, and I told him like, you're my cousin. He was like, oh shit, like, what? So then I was thinking, I heard he's not talking about you, you
bro,
know,
trust me.
because I remember when we was on our way up there one time, and
Yeah.
he was talking about how sick he's done, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was like, you're the guy.
Because it's like
You're
less
the
than a
guy.
year.
Trust me.
He's
Less
been
than
And
a
when
year.
he's telling me,
Yeah.
so I'm chatting to him, and he's telling me he's only been skating. He's been skating less than Rodney's been
Yeah,
skating.
yeah. Just
Fam,
touch the
brother-
year.
This brother's
Just touch the
sick,
year.
bro. He's sick. Like when he's telling me like he's like saw someone doing something, decided to learn it. Next thing,
Yeah.
saw someone else doing it, decided to learn it, and he's just mastered all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this brother's cold.
Yeah.
He's
Video,
basically like the-
music
And he's
videos,
going
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Usher
all
music
them lot,
videos.
Like, proper like.
Yeah, he was
boys
on the
and that.
MTV Music Awards.
Yeah, like-
he's been to America,
Yeah, he
Atlanta.
just went on Thursday.
yeah,
He just
yeah.
went on Thursday.
I rate him
Yeah.
so much.
Less
bro.
than a
Like,
year.
he's
Bad
cold.
boy.
And he's
And
so
that's
he's so humble.
skating
Humble.
does, innit?
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah.
He's so humble. Yeah.
Nice
Yes,
guy.
man.
Very very
Yeah,
nice
his
person.
energy
and
is
stuff.
so like.
He's pure hearted, man. Like,
Yeah.
you can actually
Yeah.
tell that.
Like I would say, a message to Ty. Listen, stay the way you are.
Yeah, for
100.
sure.
Stay the way you are. Stay
100.
humble. Stay that the essence of who you are. Stay that.
Yeah.
You get me, and you'll go very far. Like
100.
He's sick. He's sick.
That's why he's
That's
Neo.
why he's
Neo.
Neo.
That's why
Yeah,
he's
he's
Neo,
Neo.
bro.
There
You
you
can't
go.
even disagree.
There you
You
go.
can't-
There you
you
go.
can't even
There you
I've
go.
sat down and I
You're
thought
Neo.
about this.
Yeah,
I've
You're
sat
Neo.
down and I
When you
thought
watch this, you're
about
Neo.
it. Yeah. I thought about this.
Nah, it's mad.
That is beautiful. Yeah.
That is mad.
But it does go to what you were saying, like, twin, like, in terms of, like, skating, like, you can literally, like, come for the community, but, like, love it and
then
drill,
get-
like,
yeah,
drill,
yeah,
drill,
yeah.
drill, 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 like you, like Tyrese, like, do you know what I mean? And literally drill, and then people blinking, like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Was you, I was saying this the other day to, like, T from VT, because he was saying to you how sick you are, innit? And he's like,
Yeah, he sent me a voice note and I was like, shut up, bruv. Like, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, shut up, bruv, don't do that.
Like, he's so sick, and I was saying to him, like, bro, 6 weeks ago, he wasn't this sick.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't this sick 6 weeks ago. Like,
Understand it,
I'm seeing it. Like, you know what I mean? First, and then I'm like, what? Why is he? What? How? Like, but it's literally because he skates all the time. Like,
Yeah.
all the time. He's like, Toz, want to go skate. I'm going to skate. Even just today, he's like, let's go skate.
I'm going to skate.
Let's go
Because
skate.
I was like, we're doing this podcast. Let's go skate.
Let's go
now.
skate.
Yeah, like, fuck
Doing
it.
it.
Like, it makes sense.
It would be nice
Yeah.
if you told us from earlier.
Sorry, bro. Yeah. But you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Can I be honest with you? I thought one of you two was going to flop me. I'm not going to lie to you.
So,
So part of me thought that I was going to get to like 4 or 5 o'clock. Oh, cuz I can't. I'm at work. So part of me was just like, yeah, one of these is not going to come.
it's today or nowhere.
Do you know what? You see,
Go
with
on
me,
today,
it's
man.
always it's like for doing this, it would always be based on Twin
Yeah.
because of his work schedule and stuff. Like,
yeah.
you know, with me,
Like,
it's
I
like,
normally start work at 6 in the morning still.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
that's, so that's why.
No, I'm day off tomorrow. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, for me, it's like
That's
if,
why
I,
it's
if I
like
got the
no
kids for the
rush.
weekend,
No rush.
if it's like a weekend thing and I got the kids, I'm
Yeah,
like,
for
nah,
sure. Yeah,
nah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
But then, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought.
But you know what? It's even how today happened, it was you messaged me about something, and I was like, yeah, when you lot are ready to do a podcast, let me know.
Yeah.
That's all it was,
that.
you know.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's only because she was with me and I played the voice out loud.
She just played it
I
out
played it out
loud.
loud and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you saying tomorrow?
I said, let's just do it tomorrow.
That's how it was.
Because it was just like,
that's
if you're in that train of thought and you
That
want to do
flow,
it,
that flow.
let me try and
Grab it
grab you
now.
lot now.
Yeah.
Because clearly you have a because you've mentioned it, your diary's opened up a little bit. There's wiggle room in it.
But
Here we go.
But
how long have I been saying to you?
no, you have been saying it to me, and I've been
And I've
like,
been
oh.
saying it to you as well. It's not been us.
No,
you know?
but
It's not been us. It's not been us. It's not been us.
But equally, I didn't know Twin was gonna come until that time when I saw you at T's when you came to pick up your jacket.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that it was gonna be you two in it. So once I realized, you two are gonna do it, I was like, when you lot are ready. Because it's down to you lot. Like,
Yeah, you
we
got
can,
to
I can set. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
I'm coming here now.
Yeah, we got
we
access
can do
to
it.
it.
Like, it's not a problem. So wherever fits you lot, we're just gonna do it then.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But timing is everything because I feel like
sure.
there's
was
a
meant
lot.
to happen
There's
when
a lot
it
of things that are unlocked. Even though I forgot the keys, and I'm sorry. But like a lot of things were unlocked. Yeah, it was waiting for
But
that.
even though forgetting the keys, look how much time we had to
Had to
sit out there and
talk,
just
yeah. And we spoke about things that we forgot that we forgot about. Like, do you know what I mean? Skating things that we wouldn't be talking about
Going
now.
through all the old pictures.
Oh yeah.
Seeing how people used to
I
look.
feel
how
like
people
we're
look
gonna
now.
insert some of these pictures.
Yeah, they're gonna be all
I ain't
over,
gonna
man.
lie, some of them.
You know what?
Just link your Facebook, your Facebook album.
Yeah, link your Facebook. Yeah, your
Just link
Facebook
it.
album. Bang.
Link the album, like.
Listen, I'm gonna find the skate harder go yard
Please.
flyer.
The
That
flyer.
was
flyer.
the first
The
flyer.
original.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that because that's
If you found it, you would have already
I feel
seen
like
it when you
that-
mentioned it earlier.
that is what has started. That's what started Wheels in Motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did still.
That's what started Whim. I can't even call it Wheels in
Yeah,
Motion.
Whim. It's called Whim.
Whim.
It's
you
so
know. That's
crazy.
Like,
I actually hear people
just
talking
chose
about
to call it
Whim.
Do you?
Yeah, like I hear people in the scene talking about Whim, like Wheels in Motion. I'm thinking like, raw.
Yeah. But people still carry it. Like, you know Pinky, like heavy,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he will still be like,
Pinky's a
he's like,
Hadley's
ride
a full-on
it,
advocate
ride-
for it, like,
yeah.
because that even when you talk to him about certain things with that, he said like that changed a lot of things in his life. Like, you get me?
I grew up with him, yeah.
Yeah.
Skating changed his life.
Literally changed his life.
And this is what I'm saying about the community part and taking people away from the road, yeah. Like, don't underestimate the importance of getting out and just putting on some skates and doing something different because before you know it, a bad man can still be a bad man. But you know, in that
In the
moment,
environment. Yeah.
and you're skating around complete different people to who you are, and there's no malice, there's no hostility. Like no one's got their no, everyone just skating and then well, how you do that? Like, or where you get them skates from? And communicate, like conversations just spark up, and because I think that's what I like. Everybody's so humble enough to be able to say, "Raw, like how you do that?
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
Show me how you do that." Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
Box will definitely do that.
It's even like that. How do you do that? And you watching someone do something and go, do you know what? Let me help you with that.
Yeah.
You're doing that a bit wrong. Let me help you with that.
Yeah.
You get me? Like,
And everyone's big enough to say, "Raw, what? I'm not doing it right."
Yeah.
Like, show me the fuck.
Because I want to be good at it.
You get me? I need to master this.
Yeah. I think one thing I have to mention is like the impact of like in terms of like men as well. I think like you know, like I think it's easier for females to be like, oh, let me like to have that kind of connect, but for a man, especially like road man, to go to another man like, yo, big man, like show me how you did that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's in a safe environment for them to do that because you wouldn't do that normally in anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like rage or whatever.
In the gym.
Yeah, you're not
even if you're lifting incorrectly, you're not gonna.
No one's gonna chat to you. Yeah,
it's not a comedian.
It's like. I don't know, like level playing ground. Everyone's got skates on. It's like a level playing ground. Like we're all level here. Do you know what I mean? And like
I
the
find
impact-
skating. When I see big men skating and just older people, there's a childlike element to skating. You're at your most vulnerable when you're skating because you're at your most happiest. So you're not actually thinking, oh wow, You're actually like, you know what?
Very
Cool.
true.
Yeah. Like because that time when I went to Vauxhall, I kid you not, I walked in and I saw two men from Brixton. I'm just like, what are you doing here? Because I know you. So I've looked around and them man are going backwards and my man's like this and I'm just like,
This don't compute.
this ain't.
Man get their cotton banks on
Yeah.
when they're skates.
And I'm just like, rah, okay. I spudded my man. He was like, you cool, yeah? I'm like, yeah. And I've walked down there and I've seen certain man from Peckham in there. And I'm just like, Then I've gone a bit further. I'm seeing Broccoli man and New Cross man in there. I'm like, hold on. Oh, okay,
Crazy.
cool. Say less. This is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Man was going through skating during the days where it was post-Cold Wars, like, but
Yeah.
there was no
beef.
problem.
Yeah.
It was
Like, that don't
in
make
a sense,
sense.
it was a safe zone. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, it was like
Without
your
even
hair.
realizing.
Yeah.
I don't
And you know what the joke
yeah.
is? You'll see man and be like, I see what this do. Like, what
Yeah.
do your things do?
And you know what it
'Cause
come down
certain
to?
man are learning things to get gal.
Yeah. It come down to the respect that they had for who they knew was running it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
that
true.
everybody brought somebody in from somewhere, and it might have been a bit of a. But no, man can't
No,
really
but
do
man-
something
man-
to my
yeah,
man's thing.
yeah.
And people just respect that
Respected the
because
thing,
that's
yeah,
what
for
skating
sure,
was. Like,
100,
bare love,
You
bare
know,
respect.
100, bro.
Do you know what? Even for our event, like we had that respect thing was different. Like especially, this is obviously before barbecue and all that. This is the raving scene. Remember, like we would had a lot of them man that was in there, and a lot of them people. We had them in raves.
In raves.
Like so, everyone was in raves. Just you get me. So like when it's like, oh, it's you lot sing.
Oh, you lot,
Yeah,
man.
cool,
Because what we did with Wheels in Motion, we brought the raving scene
Yeah.
to skating,
Skate.
and we just created a rave on skate.
Basically, Rebel
Like
Skates.
that, and do you know what I mean? Like, I miss it still. I can't even lie. Do you know
So
what
here's the
though?
question: would you lot bring it back? Would you like do a one-off once a month?
We spoke about this.
Yeah,
A one-time
so-
little
You know,
something, something?
I would actually be part of
Yeah.
that. If
Yeah.
we could bring it back, I would, because
Me-
I think like it's something that I want to be able to, like, when my daughter gets older, like I want to be able to bring her into the
into
scene
it.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
and like I think
And our kids
like,
are the same age, so
yeah,
we're just
like-
like, get me, like these are, need to be skating.
it's all well and good telling the old stories, but I want to
Yeah.
give her something
Something
relevant
Show
like,
them.
during
for
her
sure.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Like,
Something tangible. Yeah.
Nah, I'll definitely bring it back. Like we've had these conversations.
Please do.
Do you know what though? It's mad. Like there's certain times like I remember when skating started re-emerging, and it's like when I like would go to an event, and they'd be like, "Oh, what you lot are back out, yeah?"
That,
Yeah.
You know
You remember
what?
that?
Pinky said to me, "Oh, what, you lot back here?" I was like, "Huh? Who's back?" He's like, "SC." I was like, "Because I'm so tired." I was like,
Yeah,
"No,
look
no."
at
I'm
that comeback.
getting excited.
Yeah,
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 like,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
that
excited.
flippers,
Because it's like,
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
spare
Yeah,
SC
so, yeah,
members.
yeah,
It's like, all of you are back.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "No, I mean, I don't know." I'm
And then
tired.
like, Nick,
true,
like, like Nita would be like, "Yo, like, are you not coming back? You doing the event?" And then there's people like, "Nah." Like even Ash Rai would, when I used to work in O2, Ash Rai would come into the shop, chat to me and be like,
Please
"You
bring
lot
it back."
bring back Wheels in Motion, bring back SSE and Wheels in Motion,
She
bring
really
it
made
back."
herself those times.
Huh?
She really made herself
Yeah.
those times. Like,
And do you know what? It's nuts. Is that when people used to do that to me, is that I never realized the impact that we had on people.
on people, just
And like,
individuals' lives.
Yeah. And you know what it is though? No one has ever been able to recreate what we've done.
Yeah, for sure.
See, like I'm talking about just the event itself.
yeah.
Like a lot of people tried. But it's like we come from being promoters in the raving
Scene,
scene.
Yeah.
So we knew
There's
how
things
to
you
bring,
understand that they don't understand.
yeah, we knew how like structure of music and like how people respond to music in like genre order and certain things. So it's just like
And that is lost now.
even it's
that's
lost.
lost.
It's
I'm not
gone.
actually,
That's
it's
when
lost.
I've been
It's
to the
lost.
events. I'm like,
What is going on?
Alright.
Like, what are you doing?
How long would right? I'm gonna be on you. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. How long would
He's like, how long is it gonna take
Yeah,
for this
how
to
long?
happen?
Yeah, how long would that take to put an event on together? Because ideally, let's say by summertime, could you not put something together? Because that's enough time, right?
Yeah, easy.
That's, right.
Basically,
Wait,
give
can
me
I?
six months.
Can,
so-
yeah,
so-
yeah.
Give me 6 months.
all right,
We could do
me and one of the other
Founders.
founders of SSE, me and DJ K, we went down to Flippers and had a conversation. Like we spoke to Kai and everything, and we just like because we went down to just pay homage to what he's done.
was doing, yeah, for
and
sure.
obviously just to show love because we're like, I'm proud of what you've
yeah,
done.
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so proud of everything you've done here.
It's the end game, innit? That's what we.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just even just seeing it, I'm just like, this is so
Crazy.
sick. So like going down and just having a conversation, and it was just like, yeah. So when do you not want to do something? It was like
That's what he said.
it was it.
That's what.
So
it
that
felt
yeah, like
Okay.
it was said in a certain way, and it was just like, yeah, we can, but I'm like, I don't think we need to right now. You lot don't need that.
This is what you said to me.
I was like, you, but but then do you know what it is? It's because of me being on the as an outsider looking in and just saying this
You
is
lot are
sick.
good.
Like I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you need us. Or like this is sick. But then now it's gone on. I'm like, okay, I'm
You can
seeing
see
certain
it.
things.
Yeah, you can see it
and I'm
properly
seeing,
because you're
yeah.
coming
Now
in
like
it.
remember this was at the beginning of
Okay.
Flippers.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yeah, we can do something. Even down to like, I've got mad ideas in my head and like, because even Kay was just like, yeah, but if we do Wheels in Motion, like, no, like, we might have to do something new. And I'm like, yeah, but was emotion will be new.
It's gonna be new.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
was
know
like,
it.
I was like,
Yeah.
They don't know
the
it to
old
be.
school lot will be like, oh shit, Wim's back.
back.
Wim's
Yeah.
back, yeah.
But the
new
others gonna be
people,
like,
yeah,
oh, this
for
is a
sure,
new thing.
the new
Yeah,
people,
it's
yeah.
gonna be new because they don't know
But
it's
it's
new.
bringing that raving scene back to skating,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
because
very true.
it's, and you know what, it's there's certain little things. It's like having a structure to music, and
Yeah.
it's just like there's certain elements you take from
It's
the
the small
rave scene
details
and the
that
clubs.
people don't
Even
notice.
the rave scene and club scene ain't there no
Ain't
more.
that,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not there, it's not
So
there.
like, if you
Doesn't
take
feel the
those
same.
elements that we do it at the barbecue, it's
Yeah.
just based on that, like
Yeah.
it's the structure, and just having that and bringing it to skating.
Yeah.
It's a simple formula, but it's knowing who to bring in and who can control
yeah.
that. Like, I have to say this, yeah. You know what my biggest pet peeve is about skate, about the scene?
Go on.
You see the speed skate?
Oh, don't talk to me
That
about
same
speed
song.
skating.
They play the same
song, it's fucking
fucking
irritating.
tunes,
Yeah,
bro.
it's irritating.
Like, I'm looking right at the camera now
Yeah,
here.
irritating.
Every DJ that does
Do better.
that plays for speed skate, there's a multitude
Yeah,
of
of
flipping
songs.
jungle songs, drum and bass
That
songs,
are on
like
the
all this.
same-
You play the same set,
Chopper.
Same
the
BPM.
same Chopper, General Levy,
That's it.
like
That's
it's
it.
just, yeah,
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
just
Yeah.
the songs.
Don't even go to another
That's
thing. It's
it.
just them two, bro.
It's,
That's
and it's been the same for years. Like I remember even at Will's Emotion, yeah, when I clocked this was happening, I was like,
We need to switch it
I
up.
said, right, change it.
Yeah.
I said, change it. Right, there's these jungle tunes.
There were
play
songs that have the
this,
same
play-
BPM.
Yeah,
You can mix
Mix
it.
up,
Just-
yeah,
I was
for
like,
sure.
get Jungle Hits Volume 2
Yeah.
and play it.
Yeah, literally.
That's like, just play it. You get me? Like,
There's some bangers on that. Yeah, there's some
exactly.
bangers
Like,
on
I'm
that,
like even now, yeah, there's like rudimental tunes, there's Wilkinson, there's
Yeah.
all these tunes that like, they're drum and bass tunes that are the same BPM that you can play.
Shy
Why-
Effects, Maverick Sabre, start playing.
That
That song there played, yeah.
Tune,
That song.
big
You know what they did one time? Yeah, I think
Play
it was-
Afterglow,
yeah.
Wilkinson.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, no, where was we? Was it Harrow? We were somewhere anyway, yeah. And they played General Levy, cool. So that was for the men's speed skate. Then they played Maverick Sabre and Shy Effects for the women's speed skate. You know what? I'm just like, remember? And I was just like,
No. How did they
I
get
jumped
this?
on. I was like, no, I jumped on.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
You know,
nah.
he's like, no, that's not
no.
fair.
I was like,
How
that's
did they
not
get
fair,
this
but
tune?
what are you doing? But I jumped on, bro. Marshall was like, fam, what are you doing? I said, bro, give me one more lap and I'm coming off, bro. We just went, cool, fuck
Hey,
it.
did we start Ladies Speed Skate?
I think we might have.
I think so.
I think he
yeah.
might have.
And then later.
Because there
we
was like
did the
ladies
ladies' night.
section. Yeah, there was like a
We did-
ladies. We had a
Do you
ladies
know what?
section.
I might be wrong.
I feel like we did.
I might be wrong.
I feel like we
but-
did though.
Because we did the Wheels in Motion Ladies Night
Yeah.
and no one else was doing anything like
No.
that.
Yeah.
No.
And we said, all right, cool, we're going to do a ladies only speed skate.
Yeah.
And because it was a whole ladies night
Yeah.
thing and it
Mm-hmm.
was like catered for ladies. And I feel like we might have started that.
Sick.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we did.
I feel like we started
I remember
that, so-
I remember specifically that day because Aisha was really happy
Yeah.
because she was like she doesn't really at that
to
point she
do
wasn't
that.
really getting recognition.
Yeah.
It was like she was as like sicker than like a lot of skaters, and it, like she was just like not
Just-
really like
yeah,
acknowledged.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember that day people were like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because imagine lady speed skating. Girls weren't speed skating.
speed skating,
She
yeah,
was
yeah.
speed skating.
Yeah.
Like
So
with
she
the
was
man them.
shifting,
yeah,
She
yeah.
was blowing.
Yeah.
Like blow. People were like, what the
aggy
hell?
still.
Yeah. I feel like that she proper like made a name. That was that night.
That's
People were
what-
like, yo,
she's sick. Yeah.
she what? Yeah, she's.
But
sick.
now there's so many bad girls.
Yeah,
Female
I know. Do you know what? I'll be
There's
real, yeah.
so
I think the
many-
female skaters are running things.
No,
They're
100, bro.
taking
Running
over.
things.
Unseen.
They're
I don't
running
care what
things. They're
anyone
running
tells
things.
me. Unseen is one of the fastest.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
woman, or child.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care
yeah,
about
yeah,
fam.
yeah.
cold. She's cold.
in general.
She's cold.
She's
Her
She's
techers
cold.
is mad, bruv.
She's
God.
cold.
Her
She's
techers
cold.
is mad.
I remember I see her in person, and then it's like I saw her online. I was like, I gotta follow her.
Yeah,
I was like, I have to follow her. Like
She's too
she's
sick.
cold.
Her
She's
and
cold.
Amy, like you, their speed and their shifting gear.
Yeah.
Because they can be like, no.
And it's just
and it's like bang, and you're just
Yeah,
like, hold on,
yeah,
what? Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's mad.
crazy.
You know what I rate about Amy as well though? Like I've watched her skate and then she just stops and will just teach someone straight
Yeah.
away. Like
Yeah.
if you said to Amy, like help that person, or she would just see that they need help,
Yeah.
and Amy will just stop
Yeah.
and go and help them. And I rate that so much as well. Like
She grew up in our
Yeah,
generation.
Amy's
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
You were saying that, like,
She
Amy
grew up in our
fits
gen.
so many different generations
Yeah,
because
she's
she's
so many
been around
crossovers.
for so long. You saw, and that's mad to me. You're still only 24, and she's
Yeah.
like mad. And I know her mum. Like, well, my mum's from Deptford. Fam, when I went to her yard to watch the World Cup finals, yeah, I'm looking at this picture on the wall, and I'm like, I know this lady. I'm like, where are you from again? She's like, Peeps Estate. I'm like, this is your mum, innit? She's like, yeah, I know your mum, bro. I know your uncle. She's like, sweat. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's mad.
That's nuts.
Mad.
That is nuts.
Mad.
That's crazy. It's the ends, though, isn't it?
And the ends,
Yeah.
bro.
It's the ends. When you grow up on the ends.
There's no age though, is there really? Like you can be any age and just grow up.
Yeah.
Like oldest, we bring people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Any
It's true.
age.
You gotta think the ends is like, you gotta think. I didn't know we was cousins when I first met you.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
Very.
you get me? Like, I didn't know. Like, I don't even think you. Like, when I first met you, I didn't know it was related. Like, and then everything
find
just
out.
clicks.
You lot
But
so
our
different,
families.
Our family's just
Yeah.
You.
them man, them there.
Ridiculous. Them man, them there.
They're moving mad, bro.
Them there. boy.
Nah, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
the man, we strong back.
Yeah.
You know when you're drinking strong back as a teenager, you already know you're gonna have bare youths, bro.
Problems.
Bare youths, bro. I don't care.
Dragon stout.
Yeah, dragon stout. Dragon stout for breakfast. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, do you know what though? That the scene is good. I'm happy the scene is where it is.
Agreed.
Now I'm
I
happy.
agree.
I'm happy the evolution that it's taken.
Yeah.
The scene goes through cycles, the Matrix, and it always comes back bigger and better.
Yeah.
But I think this has been the longest run of it being bigger and better.
Yeah.
Like
This
and I
run
think
is
that's
not
due to
running out
lockdown as well.
currently.
Yeah,
It's,
nah,
it's a
not.
very
still-
wholesome matrix.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, like, do you know what it is? For me, yeah, like, there was a moment in Flip, like, because I see people around in it, and I kid you not, I'm very, people say I have a screw face, but I don't. When I go to skate, I just go to skate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, it's not, and I'm sorry, like, people are like, oh, but you got a screw face. I actually don't have a screw face.
Most
like,
of the time there'll be music playing. Everybody's got headphones on.
And I'm just,
it's-
and I'm just doing my thing in it. But what I found, yeah, I think Flip has opened up a lot of conversation and people getting to speak to people that they've never spoke before.
Yeah.
Because that launch, bruv, there was so much alcohol going around. People said, oh, bro, you're right. But they was hugging me. I'm like, bro, you've never spoke to me a day in your life. But you know, I'm a hug.
Bro, you're so sick, you know.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what?
Okay.
I missed that one.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
that one
because
there. Yeah,
It
that one
was
there. Cuz,
wild.
yeah, wild.
So when we went the next
Wild,
day,
yeah.
and everyone was like, "Where was you yesterday?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
man,
"Bro, I weren't invited, bro. I didn't even know
I
what
didn't
was
even know
going
what was
on."
happening.
You get me? These are holding at me today.
Yeah.
I'm here today.
Man,
Yeah.
there was so much liquor, man.
But
Like,
even that day that I went, the second launch,
Yeah.
I tell you what was sick is being there and seeing bare the old faces.
yeah.
So
You know, like man just but like Baz, Dee, all them, and I'm like, yo, this is nuts.
So
Like
crazy.
this is all of the
Foundation.
pioneers of
Yeah.
art, the
Everyone
foundation
came out.
of what
So
we
many people
did,
came out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, that picture. There's that picture of like all of us together,
Yeah.
and I'm like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You understand.
And
this
it's it.
thing.
It is. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, and like people are underneath it going, oh geez, rare, and it's just like this is mad. Like this is people from different. Like you got WIM or SSE, Games on Skates, FOR, and then you got Kai. Like you get me, and it's
Yeah.
just like evolution and just the scene. This is
Where was
what
you?
made the scene.
I went there.
Clearly.
No,
Now
but
you're
that,
back
but,
now, man.
but that day was a. Right, how many tickets can we get?
Yeah,
We
but
can
remember,
get a
yeah,
ticket.
but
That
we
was
was
like,
finesse,
everyone
yeah,
was-
we
Yeah.
was finessing the thing. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Kai, but we were trying to think, bro. Like it was just like I felt like everyone just needed to be like. If you wasn't skating for a while and you took a break, you got in there that day and then bucking everyone and
It
catching the
reignited it
vibe, you'd be like, nah, do you know what? I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I'm coming
Yeah.
back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Even I know you couldn't make my birthday thing in there, but even that
Yeah.
that was like when I did my birthday at Flippers and the amount of old faces that came out, it was like yo. And then even do you remember Dele?
Yeah.
Dele was there.
But not
He
because
weren't there. It weren't for me.
He just
I
went.
was just
He
there.
was just there for someone
he's a
else's
friend.
birthday, and it was just like, yo, this is nuts because
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, he's like, hi, and it's like, he's like, why? I was like, you advertise? He's like, no. I was like, why are you here? He's like, my friends. I was like, what?
yeah, that coincidence was crazy, but
Yeah,
it was sick, like because bare the old faces were out.
I think it's like Flippers is like I don't know if it was strategic, but they were really smart with it because it's like almost like the one universal venue. It's basically almost like the new Vauxhall.
Vauxhall, yeah, for sure.
It's almost like the
It
new,
is.
you know what I mean? Because it's like, although there are other venues as things are happening, it's like this is like the universal one.
Yeah.
So because of the launch and how they did it was very smart, like inviting everyone from different,
Yeah.
you know, like matrices.
life,
Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
together,
yeah, yeah.
it's now become this is a universal like skate rink now.
Yeah.
So it was like raw. People haven't seen each other in time because the last time we saw it was Renaissance Room, which is how many years ago? Like over a decade. Was that?
It's
10
still
years
there
ago?
though,
Yeah.
you know.
No, it's not.
No.
No, but
the
it's
sign is there.
Oh, but
The
it's not
sign
there.
is
'Cause I
there.
looked down there the other day and I was like, wow, it's still there.
Yeah,
Like what?
because National Rail took over the land.
Okay.
From what I've been told, anyway. But like the sign is still there. But I don't think the venue is
It's
actually
not.
I think the
there.
building
It's
is
not.
gone now.
Yeah,
So
it's not
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
But,
I was like, let's just break in there one evening.
you know, I was like,
Every time I drive past, I say the same.
you know,
thing,
like
bro.
the event side of me was just like, right, if the thing is still there, like, man can't just take over the building now.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on?
yeah.
But then I think I saw past.
You can look for
and
the
then you can see
Yeah,
that's
like, and
there.
It's
there
not
ain't no
there.
venue.
Yeah, it's no-
Because squatters just be moving in someone's yard and they ain't leaving, fam. So we can just
Squatters' rights.
we just do
Squatters'
sitting,
rights,
bruv. Yeah, we just do
Skaters'
sitting.
rights.
Yeah,
Fucking
we just do
leaving.
sitting, fam. We just like listen, yo. Everyone can't go to work for a week here. We're gonna stay here, bro.
It's gonna stay here.
Yeah.
Now what?
Remember the pizza machine in there?
Oh yeah. I remember when
Yeah,
they
the
bought that.
pizza vending machine.
Do you remember when they bought that into Vauxhall?
What?
The pizza
They
machine.
bought a pizza vending. They put a pizza vending machine in
I
Vauxhall.
don't know if I remember this.
This
I need to see it.
was close to when we was finishing.
Man didn't really
I
drink
had to
them
see-
days either. We used to live off of Lucas.
Lucas, and do you remember everyone used to get the water?
Yeah, the
everyone used to be
water,
like,
yeah.
let me get the because water was free in it,
Free,
tap
yeah,
water.
yeah.
I was like, let me get water, and then we used to get the vouchers for Lucas.
Yeah.
And then like, I think like we used to drink like if we did drink, it was like Captain Morgan.
Something silly
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it was just like that was the only kind of rum they had there and thing. But I remember, do you remember my birthday when everyone bought me flipping bear drink?
Bear drinks.
Stupid, like cause man was.
That's your own fault though, because you looked at everyone else when we went this way birthday,
Yeah,
so everyone
yeah,
just did
yeah.
it back to you.
Everyone did it.
Everyone did it
Everyone,
back to
you know, I
you.
ended up in hospital.
Crazy.
This is why I don't speak skate.
Tell him. Go on.
So basically, yeah, everyone bought me shitloads of drinks, right? So I'm talking like, I remember having to go by the DJ booth and just leave all the
These
drinks
cups.
there. That's how much drinks I had. I couldn't, it was just too much. Yeah? I was mash up. Speed skate, come on. I don't speed skate. I can. I'm just like, I'm alright. Drunk me said,
I can do this.
fuck this, man. I was speed. It's my
I
birthday.
said,
I'm
fly
speed
like
skate.
an eagle.
Speed skate. Speed skating around, yeah. Then dropped. Landed on my wrist, right? And I've got up, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like, my phone had flown out my pocket, all these. And then these are just giving me my stuff. I'm, yeah, I'm good, man. And then, like, about 10 seconds later, I'm like, yo, my wrist feels nuts. Like, I'm like, I can't even.
landed it like that.
Yeah. And then it's like, I've gone to the little medical thing now. They're like, yeah, you need to go to hospital, bro. They're like, I think this might be sprained or broken or something. Had to go to hospital. Spent the whole of the rest of the night in the hospital till the next day. They casted it all up and everything, and then, all through Christmas, like night before Christmas, my birthday, all of that. I'm in my own rave.
Pictures with
a
the
flipping
cast.
cast on my hand, like you get me, like That's why I'm like, I don't speed skate again. I'm like, I did it once, I did it again. Get me, like mad.
All right. Before we wrap, is there anything you guys want to say, want to mention? Anyone you want to big up? I mean, you big it up for quite a lot of people. Anything you want to say now on the record and live here forever?
Big up you lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Big up
big
you
up
lot.
you lot for
Big
bringing
up
this
you
together.
lot. Big
But
up
then
Tori
your
and
movement,
Yeah.
what you lot are doing now, like I think it can't, like as much as we talk about SSE and Wheels in Motion, what you lot are doing now, you're leading the way for new skaters. You're bringing people together in a difference. Like anyone can go to these venues and just skate in it. Like, but you're bringing people together. You're allowing people to add their influence into the clothing line. Like the importance there. I can go anywhere and buy clothes, innit? Like I can go anywhere and create clothing. Go to Nike and make trainers. But I'd only step out at certain places But when you're stepping out with your skates, mates, garments, with your numbers on there, and it's like, bro, I ain't got one of
It feels
those.
different.
Now everyone's like, how comes everybody got that? How can I get one of that?
Yeah.
And it's infectious. So like what you lot are doing now, I rate highly still. And as much as everybody else is doing everything in the skating thing, I think like you're keeping the older school generation, that transition going all the way through alive. And that can't be missed here, because I think that's so important. Where yes, we know what this new skate generation is, and it's all speeds, it's all for the gram and that, But you're keeping the realness of what skating was and what it means to people, and you're bringing that community together. And showing these like still like it's not all about the show. Like sometimes slow down and each one teach one, and just pattern with it. You understand? So like man, I got big you lot up still for real.
Thank you,
Nah,
man.
I rate what you lot have done so much. So even I don't got gas because she got a top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
what do you mean? She
I
wore
know,
her
yeah.
jumper.
Yeah.
She wore her t-shirt and she put a
Put
jumper
a
around
jumper
the
around the
waist. But
waist.
she wanted to have both at the same
Yeah.
time. She's like, I'm wearing both. I was like, I love it.
When
man.
she called me the other day, she was like, I got my skate mates top. I was rolling, man. I was like, sick. I was like, I'm glad you got your garments now. You get me? Like, what you lot have done, I rate it so much. Like, obviously, we've bigged up a lot of people within it. Like, I don't want to repeat names and stuff in it, but, like, you know what? Big up us, you know. Big up us. Big up the whole. You know, big up the whole of SSE.
Yeah,
Big up
SSE.
Yaz, big
Like,
up K.
Yeah.
Yeah, like big up the whole team. There was a
Yeah.
lot of us,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of all of you lot, innit? I'm proud of what everyone has gone on to do.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not gonna. There's too much of us to name
Yeah.
everybody, but everyone has gone on to do something amazing.
Agreed.
And I big up everyone, man. Like we,
Yeah.
get me. We created
Shout out
something and
to
started
SSE, man.
something.
I think when we start putting the photos up as well, it'll be evident because again, and it's mad like how time loops because what you lot are doing now echoes what we've done then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
So,
literally just a.
we had our SSE t-shirts and it weren't about let's just sell bare t-shirts, but it was about like you really in this,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're in
yeah,
it,
yeah,
like get a t-shirt, like
Yeah.
and then it wasn't even just like just get a t-shirt and skate around in a t-shirt. It's like be part of it. Like
yeah.
you're gonna work on the door today. Like
Mm-hmm.
people would willingly say like like what you lot
Yeah.
need help doing anything, right?
Yeah.
And it listen, like it takes a village.
Big up Terror
for
Tag.
Big up Terror Tag.
Big up Terror Tag.
Yeah.
You sponsored us.
Holy influential.
Yeah, they sponsored
sick.
us. They created the collabo top.
Yeah.
We had the SSE collabo top with Terror
That was
Tag.
sick.
Big up my sister that used to do the door for us.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Get me, like, and you know what? Big up Vauxhall. Like they gave us the opportunity to be there,
Mm-hmm.
like and create something and do something. Like, yeah, man. Like,
Sick.
get me. Big up the skate scene. Now, you get me.
I've got a big up VT as well.
Shout out to
Yeah,
BT.
yeah.
Listen, supplying the nation from
Yeah.
way back
Literally.
2009 till
Yeah.
Listen,
Honestly, like they started the same day I started skating. That's like sometime in 2008. I didn't even know that until the other day. I was like, raw. Like,
even now when people ask me for skates, I'm like, cool VT.
I can't
VT,
get that's
yeah,
my
I'm
that's my
like,
go-to.
I
I sent a
That's my
message
go-to.
Yeah, forget the
yesterday
shops and all
saying
that,
the
like.
same
Man
team.
said I sent a
Send a
message,
message
yeah.
yesterday saying the same team
VT.
because
Yeah.
like even when I jump back on the scene, I just message him like boom bang
Need
like
some
what
bits.
like
Yeah.
where's the go to? I don't know.
yeah.
I know like can I still go straight
Yeah.
it's a bit nuts in there. But you get me like
My man might have a picture of you in the back, bro.
The one inside.
Alright, you see this guy.
Don't
here?
serve this guy. Lock the door when you.
But his son runs it now, though.
yeah. I'll be there next week.
I'm gonna come.
But no, thank you guys for coming on, for
Always,
sharing,
man.
for being who you are and being influential.
Yeah.
I think it's evident that things happen quite naturally, like how SSE started, how Skate Make started, how things even, you know what I mean? And then I feel like big up evolution, man. Big up things happening
Yeah,
naturally,
sure.
like not being like, oh, we're gonna jump on this and make money. It's like it was a genuine thing, and I feel like that goes like unsaid. Do you know what I mean? So shouts to you guys. Thanks for making me part of SSE.
Skate events run by skaters for skaters, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
literally,
what makes
that's
it.
literally what it was.
It was.
So,
And they'll be bringing it back this summer, so stay tuned.
Yeah,
You heard it
stay
here
tuned
first.
Yeah.
for what's to come.
There's
this year, let's
potential
say
for
that.
Wheels in Motion to come back still.
Oh,
I've been thinking about the lineup. I ain't gonna lie, I've already been thinking about it. So
So
yeah, and then
watch this space.
there'll be there might be a Matt's barbecue takeover.
Ooh, okay.
That's another idea. On
Are
the-
you're saying this out to the world, yeah? Okay, cool,
It's
nice.
it's an idea that I've
Nice.
had. So
Yeah.
like
Sick.
I wanna bring everything that I do together. Do you know what I mean? Like, so obviously, Matt's barbecue started from the days of skating.
Yeah, it did.
You lot came to the last one in the house.
Yep.
You get me? When it was in the house.
in the house, in the
So,
garden.
in the garden, you get me?
Spilling
So
out into streets.
you lot have been with even skating has been with Matt's barbecue.
Yeah. From the beginning. man.
From the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
To be fair, Matt's barbecue wouldn't happen without Auntie Donna.
Swear.
Real.
She's the reason why we want each other.
We're gonna get Auntie Donna.
Yeah,
You don't need to see who Auntie
Yeah,
Donna
you
is.
see who she is.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know Matt
Yeah.
without Auntie Donna.
Donna.
She is the glue.
Glue
She
that
is
holds
that
it.
that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pivotal person.
She's
Yeah.
the key, man.
She's the oracle.
Oracle.
She's
Yeah.
the
No, yes, she's the
oracle.
oracle. For sure.
Fuck it,
She's
yeah,
the oracle.
Yeah, she's the oracle.
She's the oracle.
She's the
for sure.
oracle.
You can tell we're geeks, innit?
Marvel nerds,
Yeah.
comic nerds. Yeah, that's how we roll.
That is
Innit?
sick.
Yeah.
But thank you
Yeah,
guys.
man,
It's been
appreciate it,
awesome.
man. Thank you.
Wow.
Love.
Thank you for having us.
Come on, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Past, present, future, rolling to the London scene.
Thanks, guys.
Full emotion, SSE, baby.